Hello people of Earth, it's your pal, the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming your way with another low-key broadcast. Today we are closing out the 5th year of the 2nd generation of the GWA in Fire Pro Wrestling World. First, I'd like to say hello to everyone in chat or check us out on VOD. No matter where or when you happen to be in this great big old world of ours, we're happy to have you with us. We hope the day finds you well. And a quick shout out to Anime Dad there, he triggered his own ooh as well. Thank you very much, sir, for the subscription and your continued support of the Silent G unit. I think that was your year badge. So now you have all 6 Infinity Gems on your Golden G in chat. Congratulations. I also think that you sneak in these subscriptions during the pre-show, knowing that you get a nice on-camera shout-out during the introduction. Sneaky boy. All right, so let's get over to the GWA screen without much further ado. Ha! Okay, I have to unfortunately start this with some bad news. I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Last week, I don't know if I mentioned this during the stream or just dropped that after, or dropped that information afterwards, but I had booked the Young Bucks to come in and contend for the AEW Tag Team Championships here on this GWA show. One or both of them no-showed this current event, as you can see. Oh, wrong way. As you can see over here, our capacity and attendance is quite disparaging there. We definitely sold this place out with the promise that the Young Bucks would be facing Kenta Kabashi and El Lindaman for the AEW Tag Team titles in our semi-main event. But as we have to report, that match is no longer happening. So we are going to struggle on with our 7-match card and our diminished attendance, and we're going to put on the best show we can for the people that are here. Disappointing. And the thing that got me is that normally it's a 3-strike and you're out rule, and the reason that I tried to advance to this screen off air was that I knew we had a lot of guests today, and I thought I'd better try to make sure they show up. And when I advanced to today's event, it didn't give me the screen saying that they didn't show. It went right to the match listing like it normally does, and I was like, sweet, let me just save that right quick. And then I glance up and I take a closer look at the screen. I'm like, wait a minute, why do we only have 12,000 people here? We had 18,000 plus. And then I just scrolled down the match list, and wouldn't you know it, one or both of the Young Bucks ain't here. So my apologies for that, but we're going to do our best to entertain the rest of y'all that are here. Let me get myself out of the way while we present our very first card of the day, starting with the returning Jon Moxley. We're trying to get some singles action to a couple of competitors that we haven't really seen in the GWA ring very recently. In from NXT as well is Sarav, Jon Moxley's opponent here. So this is Jon Moxley perhaps representing the GWA. Juice. You missed the, yeah, today would have been a good one to attend. It was Bob's Burgers and WKRP. I'd never seen the WKRP episode before, but it was great. It was pretty funny. And of course, Bob's Burgers is always a classic. It was Christmas in the Car, the one with Bobcat Goldthwait as the truck driver. Oh, I can run it again after if you want, buddy. Just for you and me. All right. Made it into this matchup. As we said, Jon Moxley in the GWA ring for the first time in a few months here. Trying to reestablish himself as a singles entity. Taking the place of our normal opening act, either Buddy Murphy or Mad Polly, the Mad Buds. Noise. Yeah, still holds up. Back and forth these two go. Jon Moxley taking nothing away from his larger, and you would think, more powerful opponent. Not backing down an inch here. Send off the ropes. Just barrels him over when Sarav attempts that clothesline. Sarav, not the best track record when visiting us from NXT. He is still a developmental talent after all. Starting to impress a little bit here with these headbutts. Off the ropes he sends Moxley again. Nope, avoided it that time. Didn't bowl him over, but still maintaining the offensive advantage is the wild thing, Jon Moxley. Chopping away at the massive chest of Sarav. Oh dear! Turns Moxley inside out with a clothesline, but Mox responds with a quick DDT. Perhaps softening up the skull of Sarav. for the paradigm shift. Surprising 2 count there. Yeah, just the 5-minute mark. Sarov may be onto something here. Oh, big boot to the back of the head. And again, Moxley with that DDT. Oh, no longer messing around. Trying to snap the arm of the big man. And Sarov fights him off. Just bodies him to the mat there. Short arm clothesline. You can see every time Sarov pauses here, doesn't have much gas left in the tank, at least not at the moment. Got to find a way to catch his wind. Mox is looking to take advantage. Get things back on track. All right. Heap toss. Sends him off the ropes once more. Smartly catches a bit of his breath on the way across the ring there. Big boot to the bush. Almost puts Moxley away. Moxley fighting from underneath now. Trying to get back into this thing. Match might be slipping through his fingers here. Trying to trap the big man down. Oh, point of the elbow to the lower back. Oh, geez, and he almost gets his head taken off as a receipt. Nice backbreaker across the knee, rolls him into the cover. 1, 2, and Moxley out at 2. Plenty of fight still left in the Wild Thing. Jeepers creepers, perhaps not for long. Oh. Mox taking it back there, having to catch his breath. Nice counter. Pulls those men back to his feet. Draws him with a nice back suplex there. Oh dear, took a lot out of Mox. Nice side slam by Sarov. Looking for his first win in a GWA ring. 10 minutes gone. Could be either gentleman's matchup. Knife forearm to the back of the neck. Trying to pop his head off his spine was John Moxley there. Paradigm shift! Can't cover him right away though. Match is taking its toll on Moxley as well. Sarov sends him off the rope. Another big boot between the eyes. A second in a row. Back to his feet once more. 3! Oh, Sarov going for the killing blow. Couldn't get it. Moxley counters. Now these two brutes are slugging it out in the center of the ring. Discus clothesline from Moxley. Back to that backbreaker. Sarov now catching his breath. Smart play here. He's going to let Moxley rise so he can put him right back down across the knee. Into the cover. 1, 2. Mox out at 2 once more. Oh, just decked him. Hang on, paradigm shift! Mox may be able to, yes, attempts to cover. 1, 2, no! Sarov escapes at 2. Perhaps if Moxley had been able to make the cover immediately, this one would have been over. Now the two men knocking noggins. Both are down. Paradigm shift! Oh, and he knocked him out! John Moxley with the third and decisive paradigm shift, knocking Sarov smooth out for the victory. But it took nearly everything he had. You can see why the state of being at the end of the match there. My word. John Moxley beating Sarov. Putting on a good show, and welcome back, John. Welcome back. What happened? Bacon, thank you for the raid, buddy. Let me get back on camera so I can acknowledge that. Hoo-yah! Hello, everybody. It's Rad Gnarly here. You're joining us for the beginning of GWA night. Had our first matchup. As you can see, John Moxley successful against Sarov, a buddy of ours in from NXT, who he knocked out with a paradigm shift. It was pretty boss. Good to see everybody. Let's do a quick save here. Ah, now we have trios tag team action. Let me tab over to see my actual match listing here to see what this is going to be. All right, for your entertainment in this following contest, we have trios tag team action as Darby Allin, Becky Lynch, and Yohei, representing the junior division, are taking on 3 members of the Heartbreakers, El Tejano Jr., Flamita, and the leader of the Heartbreakers himself, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Let's get down to the ring for trios action. After I obsessively save, and let me get my big fat head out of the way. Wha! As always, the senior official here, as you stroll down the gnarly wrestling aisle, Mr. Bigfoot calls for the whistle, and we are underway. Darby Allin starting things off with El Tejano Jr. there. Looks like the Heartbreakers in their matching camouflage tights again tonight. Darby Allin, goodness me, he's wearing elbow pads. Felly, thank you very much for the subscription, buddy. Let me get on cam so you get a little tambourine action. Thank you so kindly, pal. Thank you for your continued support of the Silent G unit. Hoo-yah! Off the ropes, Allin sends him nice drop toe, and down Tejano goes. Follows it up with a nice snap suplex there. As you can see, partners Yohei and Becky Lynch on the left half of your screen there. Becky Lynch in the white, Yohei in the black and purple. And in the red corner over there, as we said, in the matching camouflage, Shawn Michaels in the white trunks, Flamita in the blue gear and mask. Flamita tagged in now. Oh, nice. Double team powerbomb. And Flamita trying to slow things down. Darby escapes. Oh, almost escaped. There he goes. Finishes his trip across the ring there. Yohei seeing action for the first time against Flamita here with those dreaded overhand chops right in front of Becky Lynch. Into the cover, wrong part of town, and not nearly enough damage done. Trying to slap the bib off of Yohei. Was Flamita there? I got news for you. It's a layer in his creator wrestler, so it ain't going nowheres. Oh, nicely. Oh my gosh, that kick to the brow. Busting Yohei wide open here in the early going. My word, his face and chest almost covered here. You can see the stains on the mat already. Don't worry, the canvas absorbs the blood, and it makes the matches better.
5 minutes gone.
As we pass the 5-minute mark here, forearm shiver to the side of Flamita's jaw, and he's seen enough for the moment. Shawn Michaels opposite Becky Lynch. The kind of action you'll only see here in the GWA, and we couldn't be happier to bring it to you. Becky Lynch momentarily has Michaels in the corner, but he's able to suplex her to the floor and let her know that there's plenty more where that came from. Becky now with the Joshi-style body slam. See, hooking the leg extra there, hooking the tights there for some extra leverage. Hang on. Pile driver attempt, I believe, there from Michaels, countered by Lynch. Another body slam, try to send Michaels to the floor, didn't work, so she'll go for plan B and drag him to the center. Of course, she'll be looking for that disarm her, or perhaps, more appropriately, disarm them. As Michaels is sent out to the floor, Yohei first to drop off the apron. A reminder, there's no countout or disqualification outside the GWA ring. Anything goes. But who could ask for anything more? As Michaels has rolled quickly back into the ring there. Able to dispatch Darby Allin, get Flamita tagged back in. Smart wrestling here to the leader of the Heartbreakers. As we approach the 10-minute mark, Flamita seems to be on Darby Allin duty for the night. Trying to take the legs away from the man. That's how he busted Yohei open. Too close to the ropes, though, with that sweeping kick into the moonsault press pin. A devastating combo from earlier in the matchup. Just ask Yohei. Don't worry, we'll get him patched up after the match. Unfortunately, the State Athletic Commission prevents us from interrupting the matches. So he's just going to bleed. Nice head scissor takeover there by Darby Allin. We'll be eventually looking to land that coffin drop. Quick tag into Michaels, though. Oh, double Enziguri to either side of the head there. Michaels throwing up the X. Whether that's a reference to DX or he's insinuating that Darby Allin may be injured there, I do not know. It looks like the trio here in the blue corner is trying to match Becky Lynch and Shawn Michaels as much as they can. A lot of chess moves being made in a trios matchup. Essentially 3 singles contests you need to sort of manage as things go. Swapping out. Hang on. Quick roll up. Oh, reversed by Becky, but too close to the ropes there. All for naught. As Michaels once again able to safely get back to his corner and tag in another partner. Oh, once again goes for the pile driver. Once again, Becky Lynch able to stop it. El Tejano Jr. in there now. Wrong end of a 1 count from Becky Lynch. Slam of his own to the man. Tagging in Yohei. I don't know how wise this is. As we said, he's going to continue bleeding until the end of this matchup. We'll see how it affects him. Sending Tejano across the ring. Now the two men slugging it out. Tejano trying to open that wound further. You can see the damage done on the canvas there. Oh, Yohei's timing's a bit off. No doubt brain a mite bit rattled. Oh, Juice, you and me both, buddy. When this first came out, it was originally announced for Steam, PS4, and Switch. They just never made enough money to fund the Switch port. They got the PS4 one out there, but barely. And then focused the rest of their efforts on, like, I don't want to say completing it, but providing as much content as they could for the Steam version. Most of which, or all of which, I think is available for the PS4 as well. I don't know about workshop items, but I mean like DLC, official content type of stuff. But yeah, this on Switch would be, ugh. Or in that beefy-ass Game Gear-looking stream thingy. Actually, looks more like an Atari Lynx, the more I think of it. But that's just me. Maybe the Game Gear and Atari Lynx had a baby, and it turned into the steaming deck. Oh, hang on. Lynch and Michaels once again. As we said, Lynch on Michaels duty tonight. Seems to be the matchup the blue team wants here. Perhaps a future singles contest between the two. Oh my, the disrespect from Becky Lynch with the hair whip into the center of the ring. Into the disarm her. Looking to disarm HBK. Nothing doing. As Slamita and Tejano are in there for the save. Michaels looking for a quick roll up, too close to the ropes. Becky tagging back in Yohei. Looks to be recovering quite nicely from that earlier injury. Despite the brightness of that blood, it could be dried. Oh, dang. Never mind. That's going to split you open again. Flamita with the springboard hurricane run into the cover. Yohei escapes. Beautiful athleticism on display there for the member of the Heartbreakers. Right in front of his coach, too. Darby Allin tagged back in, and you can see the toll this match is taking on Yohei by what he's leaving behind each and every time he's in the ring. As Flamita gets backed into it there after that strike battle. Darby Allin perhaps looking for the coffin drop here. I feel a cold coming on. Looking for that coffin drop. Oh, Flamita with the poison rana! Beautiful flipping drop kick to the shoulder blades. Small package attempt, but wrong part of town in a big bad way. Hang on, Yohei missing wildly with a moonsault. Oh dear, he is not right in the head. His equilibrium is all shot to poop. Hang on, Tornado Tejas from El Tejano! Oh, Darby just escapes! Focuses attack on Flamita, but he's not legal anymore. That could cost the blue team here. That momentary confusion. Tejano looking to press his advantage. Darby looking to fend for himself and get back into this thing. Oh, dang. Air raid crash down to the back of the head, but Darby Allin rolls through and tags out. What resilience. Becky Lynch tag back in. Nice double team suplex there. Not even setting Tejano up for the disarmer. Looking to the crowd for more support here. Getting him set up in the center of the ring for something. The manhandle slam. Almost puts El Tejano down. Oh. Spinning kick to the midsection. Into the disarmer. Oh, Flamita saves the matchup. Tejano wisely tagging out. HBK back into the matchup. This is what Blue's been looking for all night. Michaels and Lynch. Michaels going up top for that sky-high elbow. Sends Lynch off the ropes. Kitchen sink knee lift going back up, perhaps a second. Bam! Point of the elbow to the small of the back. Nobody gets the height that HBK does on that elbow. Becky Lynch able to endure and get Darby Allin involved. Michaels just rubbing his face paint into his eyes so he can't see. Now Tejano and Flamita looking to do the dirty work on Darby Allin while Michaels is the sacrificial lamb for Becky Lynch and Yohei. I guess they figure with Yohei at the disadvantage he is, it's basically Lynch on Michaels one-on-one. Michaels just rubbing the blood into the eyes of Yohei to just get him out of there. Countering everything Yohei attempts. Hang on, Exploder! In the ring, meanwhile outside of the ring. Darby Allin trying to fight his way back inside. Super kick by Flamita on the floor. Manhandle slam to El Tejano as he enters the ring. Michaels punching away at the forehead of Yohei. Gotta worry the ref doesn't stop this for blood loss. Or it might make him more susceptible to being critical if he's the legal participant in the match at a certain time. You can see Darby Allin and Becky Lynch doing their best to tag between them and minimize the in-ring time of their partner Yohei, who's been bleeding for 25 minutes now. Every time it tries to coagulate, he gets hit again. Oh! Black hole slam! Into the pin, might put her away. No, Becky Lynch escapes. I just saw a super kick and a pedigree combination on Yohei. Oh, that poor man. The splat left behind on the mat. Tejano and Lynch now. Michael's looking to keep himself away from Becky Lynch, it seems. As we pass the 30-minute mark in this one. Flipping senton off the top by Tejano, now setting Lynch up again in the wrong corner, I must admit. Oh, Becky Lynch with a snap suplex into the turnbuckles. Buys her some time, but no. Planted with another spinning black hole slam. Yohei with the presence of mind to break up that pin. Oh, double powerbomb on Allin. Becky Lynch with another snap suplex. We're 30 minutes plus in this match. Any serious submission attempt could usually immediately end a matchup. Bear that in mind if Becky is again legal and has the opportunity to slap the disarmor on someone. Michaels now re-enters the matchup. Oh my God! Oh, I forget what he calls that. It's the something butterfly? Perhaps the spiral butterfly? No, the bamboo dragonfly? Dang it! It's something fly. I gotta look it up. But that was his finish. Unfortunately, did not pay dividends. As we said, Michaels getting into the ring now against the most diminished of the three opponents. Oh. Yohei giving it everything he's got, though. Rolled up. Rolled up. Got him! Yohei, you can see the pool of blood left behind. Not enough to kick out. Just out-wrestled by a master. And you can see HBK rubbing it in. As the Heartbreakers pick up a trios victory in a barn burner. Hot diggity dang. Oh yeah! 98%. All right. Let's go ahead and record that, shall we? So that was Yohei taking the fall there. Sorry, buddy. Boink. Okay. 98%. Not too shabby. Okay, so HBK rolled him up. Boink. All right. Pardon me, just updating the old text file of the match listings and results and what the percentages were and da 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 da. It helps me book. Okay. What do we got next? What do we have next for you? All right. Oh, coming up next. Just a match I was thinking about. I think, I wonder how these two would match up. And then I was thinking about this watching Dynamite last night, being like, man, because it wasn't but it may as well have been an Iron Man match. And I was just thinking, man, I wonder how these two would work out together in the ring. And then I remembered I had the opportunity to present that. So now, for your entertainment and mine, Hangman Adam Page against Bret the Hitman Hart. Hoo-yah! Let's get down to the ring and see how this one shakes out. Man, the people, the 12,000 plus in Mexico, even though they were denied one of the matches, so far, a heck of a show. Let's see if we can keep this rolling. Senior official, the only monster that matters, Mr. Bigfoot calling for the whistle, and we're underway in this first ever matchup. Singles action between Hangman Adam Page and Bret the Hitman Hart. Just going back to your consideration of a Steam Deck, I would give it serious consideration if I already knew that it played games better than my current PC did. Like if it has an equivalent or better graphics card than what I'm already rocking in my 6-7-year-old PC here. I don't know. Might not be the worst thing. I have so many, like, especially for when we got stuff for the Friday Fun Bag, I have so many, like, ittle-bittle, these would be great to have in my lap somewhere games that I don't necessarily want to sit down at my computer desk to play, if I'm honest. Not that they would be a waste of time, it's just not the most comfortable usage of it. And I feel like they're more relaxing titles type of stuff. Hangman setting Bret off the rope. Nice forearm shot. Fires that across the brow. Hang on. Oh. Both of these men exchanging European uppercuts. Didn't expect that out of Page. But Bret Hart asserting his dominance early on here. Oof. Forearm shot of his own to the back of the head of the Hangman. Hangman will be looking to click R3 and hit that... Is it Deadeye? No. Yeah, the Deadeye. Or that springboard front-flipping clothesline that he calls the buckshot lariat. Bret Hart, of course, known for his 5 moves o' doom and finishing his opponents with that sharpshooter.
5 minutes gone.
As we pass the 5-minute mark on this one. The only thing that also bums me out about not filling this 18,000 seat arena in Mexico is that it's the biggest arena in Mexico, and we had already sold it out before the Bucks had to cancel. So I are disappointed about that. I thought it would really, I mean, they're really making us look second rate, or whomever decided not to show. Because as I said at the top of the broadcast, it didn't show me the, oh dear, such and such isn't here for X reason, usually personal reasons or travel or blah, blah, blah. It didn't give me that screen. All appeared normal. It just went to the match listing. So I saved right away, like I was like, oh, good, good, good. And then I looked up, to my horror, and saw all those empty seats. Hang on! Dead Eye by Hangman! Into the cover, 1, 2! Bret Hart escapes it too. Probably would have served Hangman to hook a leg there. He may have been a little surprised he was able to hit Deadeye this early. Oh, Ushi-Gadoshi. That neck breaker across the knee from the fireman's carry position. See how it's much quicker to say Ushi-Gadoshi. Sends Bret across. Bret counters. Pile driver. Pulls him back to his feet. Spine buster. Nice suplex there by the Hitman. Excellently executed, you might say. Both men off the ropes here. Oh, turns him inside out with a clothesline, and into the cover goes Page. Oh, Bret just rolls the shoulder. Living to fight another day is the Hitman.
10 minutes gone.
Buying himself a little more time with that DDT into the cover of his own. Hangman out of 2. Just passing the 10-minute mark here. Nice butterfly suplex. Landed high in the neck and shoulders, did the Hitman. Rolls up Hangman. Too close to the ropes. Inverted atomic drop. Back to those European uppercuts. Back and forth they go. Trying to fight their way out of the southern quadrant of the ring. Oh, Page absorbing that drop kick and able to drop Bret Hart with the clothesline, but Bret back to his feet first. You can see how evenly matched these two gentlemen are. Pile driver by Bret into the cover. 1, 2. Hangman out at 2. Back to that butterfly suplex. So again, it's kind of difficult to line your opponent up correctly here in the southern quadrant of the ring. Bret going up. Dropping the elbow to the spine. Might have hit him in the butt a little bit. Certainly got him in the belt. Hangman trying to get a little breather here, sending Hitman to the outside so he can catch his breath. Both men staring daggers at each other. Bret rolls back in. Two gentlemen reset. Hang on. Small package attempt here by Bret. Page escapes it too. Bret going up once again. Elbow drop to the belt buckle. Figure 4. Leg submission, not a signature one, but a master of many holds is the Hitman Bret Hart. Spiked with an 0-316. Temporarily able to shrug it off, but that just set Hangman up for that dive. Action spilling out to the floor. Pile driver by Bret. No DQ, no count out. Hitman telling Page to bring it on, that he's ready for him. Combo of uppercuts that time from Hart. Small package won't do you any good out there, buddy. Page trying to fight his way back into this. Oh, drop toe hold into the guardrail by Bret Hart. Spine buster. Back of the head may hit the guardrail as well. Backbreaker. Oh, and 316 on the floor. Falls it up with the Deadeye. But he's got to get Bret back into the ring. Bret enters voluntarily, trying to escape Hangman, but Hangman follows him up, and how? Buckshot lariat! But he pulls him back to his feet. Deadeye! Hangman trying to make sure, but Bret's back up. Oh, turned inside out with a final clothesline, perhaps. No, Bret escapes. Trying to slow Page down here with those uppercuts. Bret attempting to suplex Page back to the floor, didn't work. So dragging him back into the ring. Atomic drop. Deadeye number 3. 1, 2. No, Bret escapes again. Once again, these two men in the middle of the ring trading blows.
20 minutes gone.
Bret sealing the deal with that drop kick at the 20-minute mark. Gets sent off the ropes. Pulls Hangman over. Once again, the inverted atomic drop. Butterfly suplex blocked. Bret with a suplex of his own. But Hangman muscles his way back to his feet first. Small package by Bret. 1, 2. Oh, Page escapes. Deadeye once again. That's got to be it. 1, 2. No, Bret escapes again. Oh, blocked a pile driver attempt by the Hitman. Page looking for that knockout blow. So far, nothing he's trying is working. Big spine buster by Bret. Page back to his feet immediately. Follows it up with the inverted atomic drop. Back to those uppercuts. Moving him to the center of the ring. Thought he might try a sharpshooter there. Oof. Page now setting Bret up. Trying to muscle him into the center of the ring to make no mistake. Oh, follow-away slam into the corner. My mistake was pulling him out of the corner just to throw him back into it violently. Rhett hanging in there and hanging in there. Getting close to 25 minutes into this one. You see the Hitman gasping for air. Likewise, Page trying to catch his breath in between moves. Send off the ropes once more. Big body press into the pin. 2. No! Page just rolls the shoulder. Brett trying to catch him unawares and overwhelm him. Hang on. Oh, clotheslines him down into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Brett knocked him out. Bret Hart with a clothesline off the ropes. My word. Back to the early 70s with that finish. Bret Hart in a battle with Adam Page. You darn tootin'. That's a 5-star match. All right. That's what I like to see. That is what I like to see. Clothesline into back hook leg pinfall. Simple but effective. 5 stars. All right, let's save our game. What do we have next? Ah, yes, the first title match of the evening. We were to bring you 3. Unfortunately, we only have 2. The first up is CM Punk defending the GCW Championship, the Game Changer Wrestling Championship that he acquired on a GCW show some months ago. Since then, we've been inviting people from the GCW to the GWA. We've been sending Punk to the GCW, trying to get them their belt back. In this case, CM Punk is here, and we've invited Ricky Shane Page, RSP for those that follow AEW Dark and Elevation, is here in his normal Ricky Shane Page attire, so you might not recognize him fully. A member or former member of the GCW roster, here to challenge CM Punk to try to bring that title back to its home promotion. Let me get out of the way. The creature on feature, Mr. Bigfoot, signals for the whistle and we're underway. Ricky Shane Page, well, he's the fully dressed one. And CM Punk wearing the short boys. This is actually our first look at the newly updated CM Punk creation. This is a replacement of the previous model. Both were made by Credition or K-Radiation. I don't know how their Steam user or their username there is pronounced, but definitely did a lot of work to best accurately represent CM Punk here. I believe you have 2 options with this edit: short boys and long boys. There's Ricky Shane Page here, as we said, in from GCW, looking to take that title back to his home promotion. CM Punk visiting GCW just last month. Able to successfully defend the title and bring it back here. So we've invited Ricky Shane Page to come in and try his best. Punk sending him to the floor here. Always time to jaw jack for the crowd. Has CM Punk. Oh, complete shot into the Koji clutch. Shades of the fallen angel Christopher Daniels out of CM Punk. Some of his signature offense. RSP going for the cover after that strike battle. Way too early in the match, I have to think you put CM Punk away, but part of the psychology behind an early pin attempt like that is to wear down your opponent as they have to lift your entire body weight off their chest. Oh, nicely done. Knee in the corner, pulled into the clothesline, and then he welcomes him to Chicago with that double underhook backbreaker. CM Punk spilling out to the floor now. That's going to be where Ricky Shane Page, hang on, go to sleep at the 5 minute, under 6 minutes. You got to be kidding me. 2 and... Oh, RSP escapes. I thought that was curtains for him. And now he's stolen Hang on, Punk just stole RSP's move to try to put him away. 2! Ricky Shane Page escapes. My word, what a flurry. I was just trying to explain that this is where Ricky Shane Page is going to be most comfortable, excuse me. No DQ, no countout outside the ring. He tried to bring a chair into things, but Punk is all over the challenger in the opening 7 minutes plus of this one. It has been all champion. Looking dominant. Punk throwing Page back inside. Another Page tonight. Ricky? Maybe I'll just call him Ricky. He's so fine. Hang on. Oh, big powerbomb on the floor there by Ricky Shane Page. Punk remains calm, however. Trying to stay on top of the challenger, doing a great job of it. Feels like he's got it right where he wants him. Oh! I think he was aiming to land Ricky Shane Page on the chair. Oh my God! Spiked him with the Michinoku driver. Yeah, that's the move that Punk stole. Oh, and a hip toss back onto the chair. Ricky Shane Page, you can see it's taking a tremendous amount of effort, but I believe he's doing better in pulling even, at least in the latter half of the brawl on the floor there, but he's got some work to do here. Even though he has Punk down, he is certainly not out. Once again, Punk spills out to the floor. RSP follows him, but Punk playing a little cat and mouse here. You can see the leg speed of Ricky Shane Page is severely diminished. Hang on. Slams him once again into the cover. 1, 2. Punk escapes it 2. Misses with a round kick. Spikes him with another Michinoku driver. 1, 2. Punk escapes again. Choke slam by Ricky Shane Page. Now he's catching his breath. Oh, Punk just deposits him on the floor over the top rope. Choke slam on the floor to Punk. And then again, that fireman's carry into the power slam variation. Roaring elbow. Now he drops him with a DDT. Ricky Shane Page coming to life outside the ring. Pile driver on Punk. Challenger rocking and rolling out here. Couldn't get him over for the belly to belly. Decided to turn with it, did CM. The Chicago-made Punk. Nice combination there. Slapping the taste out of the mouth of Ricky Shane Page. Now back into the Koji clutch. Trying to commit Grand Theft Oxygen. Punk says this is it, and he lures Ricky Shane Page back into the ring. Page whips him off the rope, big shoulder tackle. Challenger says this is it. His turn to go off the ropes. Into the neck breaker by Punk. Another turning belly to belly by your GCW champion, looking to retain here. CM Punk, a full-time roster member of the GWA. Ricky Shane Page repping GCW, getting his head kicked off, but able to retaliate with a low blow. Punk sitting on the top turnbuckle. Oh no, no, no! Super bomb! Sit out variety from the top! Got him! Ricky Shane Page wins the GCW title! What a shock finish! Punk can't move! They haven't moved since the pin ended. Guys, get up! Nice. Excellent. We helped one of the Wayward Championships get back to its home promotion. What a shock, fun finish that was. Awesome. All right, I can go up here and erase CM Punk from being one of our Wayward Champions. Ricky Shane Page, got to be returning to his home promotion with some budge. No, Adam Cole's not in the league. With some buzz after that one. Okay, Avalanche Jumping Bomb. Super Batista Bomb. For those that grew up on WWE exclusively. Big WWF fan growing up. Don't know how I feel about WWE. Know what I'm saying? Okay. Ah, yes, some more tag team action coming up. All right, so in our final show of the year, which is going to be, you know, at the conclusion of this show, we are in November of year 5, and we're going to book a show for December, excuse me, of year 5, because then we do our year-end reports, rewards, whatever you want to call them. At that show, William Regal is cashing in his title shot opportunity that was granted to him upon him being one of the winners of the Trios Tournament of Terror last week. That the trio being William Regal, Steve Austin, and Elia Draganov. Regal will be cashing in his shot next week, or excuse me, like next month, but in the second show, in a singles contest against current Hall of Fame champion Kenny Omega. So that's gonna be one of our main events on the next show. In the meantime, William Regal challenged Kenny Omega to a tag team contest. Regal has recruited longtime friend and partner Stone Cold Steve Austin to his aid, and Kenny Omega has an interesting relationship here where he sets something up with Kurt Angle, where if Kurt Angle can help him win this match, and perhaps if Omega retains, then Kurt Angle could potentially get the next Hall of Fame championship shot, even though I believe Kenny Omega already put Angle down for the belt. Let me take a look at my... No, he already put down, excuse me. Kenny Omega beat The Undertaker for the Hall of Fame Championship and then defended it successfully against Shawn Michaels last week. That's right. So this week he's going to have to go against William Regal and see how that works. And then potentially, if he survives that, Kurt Angle. So we got a little Hall of Fame Championship drama brewing. And we have a little tag team match. In the meantime, Regal and Austin, 2/3 of the winning and reigning Trios champions, the Trios Tournament of Terror champions, against Kenny Omega, the Hall of Fame champion, and the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. Hoya! I'm off the screen, and we are underway. Senor Sasquatch, signals for the whistle. And we are underway. Regal and Omega starting things out in a direct preview of that singles matchup coming your way later today for the Hall of Fame Championship. 3, if not 4, Hall of Famers in this lineup. Angle and Austin in the WWE Hall of Fame for really reals. I don't know why Regal isn't there, even though he's already sort of retired into a backstage capacity. There's no reason you can't throw him in the Hall of Fame for being dope for 30, 35, 40 years. This should be a classic matchup here, stylistically. Regal and Angle. Perhaps not nearly as technically proficient as William Regal, but certainly knows how to put on a good scrap. And having been brought up in the British wrestling system, for sure knows a thing or two about counter wrestling. Regal taking out to Austin, and then the two of them depositing Kurt Angle on the floor. Bit of sportsmanship here out of Stone Cold, allowing Angle to return to the ring. Here's another one that would have been great to see. This is TNA Angle, which to me is Angle Prime. Like, he is bananas. How hard he pushed himself in TNA to be like the best thing on the show. And they were more willing to let him do it too. Against peak Austin. You see he's got the double knee braces, but that's still at the height of his powers. This is gonna be like 99, 2000 Austin-ish. Obviously winding down his in-ring career, but man, what a way to go out. Top of the world. Austin and an Omega in and of itself would be a very interesting matchup for the Hall of Fame Championship. I don't know if we've run that singles contest before. I should be the GWA historian, given that I am the owner, operator, commentator on the promotion. I mean, I do have that text file. I just don't search it as fast as I could. One day I will get a second monitor and I'll be able to, like, offload things that I can also be looking at. Hang on. V-trigger by Kurt Angle and Kenny Omega. To William Regal, who responds with a backdrop driver to Kurt Angle, folding him in half. Yeah, Angle immediately trying to retreat to his corner to get Kenny Omega back inside. He's got to check for cracked ribs after that. Giving Regal a little something to think about on the way out of the ring. As Angle recovers on the apron. Kenny Omega dancing around William Regal. You do not want to give up back control to Kenny Omega. William Regal knows that all too well. Most of his most potent offense. Hang on, one-winged angel! It's exactly what we were talking about. Regal staggering back to the apron after getting spiked on his dome. Austin now nothing fancy about the offense of the bionic redneck here. Just giving Kenny Omega what for until he quickly tags out to Angle. These two no strangers to one another, but as we said, a slightly different variation of Kurt Angle. I don't know if that is reflected in anything further than the costume choices. But certainly the peak of both these athletes' careers is how they usually make these edits. Unless you're still active. Like there's a 60-something-year-old Sting edit. Give me peak Sting. Oh, hang on. Nice counter there by Omega, stopping that chair attack by Austin. Tried to dump Austin to the floor, but unsuccessful. Now the Rattlesnake with an opportunity to draw back even into this contest. There it is, the Austin Crab. He's been finishing opponents with that lately. An early application of the Austin Crab there. But Kenny Omega able to escape. Kudos to Steve Austin, by the way, this late in the game for developing a secondary finisher beyond the Stone Cold Stunner with its usage of that Austin Crab. Regal going to work on the midsection of Kenny Omega, softening him up perhaps for a Regal plex. The power of the punch he has at his disposal, the Regal cutter he might have as well, and he definitely has the Regal stretch, which pulls at your back, your spine. Suddenly tries to pull you in half from behind there. He is the string, you are the bow.
Can't escape.
Kenny Omega telling Austin he's got nowhere to go. Oh! Just clobbers him with a lariat. Off the ropes goes Austin. Wailing away on Kenny Omega now. The reigning Hall of Fame champion taking a beating at the hands of Stone Cold. Again, quick to tag out. Smart wrestling. The ring IQ of these four gentlemen. They would be Mensa members if such a thing existed for professional wrestling. Stunner on the floor to Omega. Austin pulls him back to his feet. I don't know how wise that was. As Kenny Omega grabs a chair. Austin tries to grab him and have a chair battle, but Kenny Omega won't let him have it. See Angle and Regal just looking on here. Angle with one eye peeled, making sure William Regal doesn't try to approach him from behind or waiting to see if he drops off the apron. Now Steve Austin and Kenny Omega are just wearing each other out on the floor. It is mostly Stone Cold at this moment, I must say. Stone Cold goes a clubbering. Kurt Angle killing time center of the ring. Decided to get in on the action. And now all four gentlemen entering the fray. No, now it's Regal's turn to stand vigil. Only momentarily. As the action is fully spilled to the floor now. Austin grabbing a bit of a breather. Brief though it may have been. Oh, nice belly-to-belly suplex by Angle. Kenny Omega looking for that double underhook pile driver. Regal fights him off. Regal then blocks a German suplex attempt by Angle. $1 Million Dream by Austin. Speaking of secondary submission finishers. Oh, cross-legged brainbuster to Regal. Austin and Regal putting work in. Angle rolls back in. I think we're waiting for Austin to join him. Austin having too much fun out there with Kenny Omega. Hang on. All right, fine. Oh, hang. Austin throws Angle out of the ring so he can continue fighting Kenny Omega. And then taunts Angle all the way back to his corner. Stunner! Rock bottom by Regal! Potent tag team offense for the Rattlesnake. And his partner, not quite the Rock. Angle able to tag out to Omega. Nice double team suplex to Regal. This is only the first show, by the way. We have a second show to book and run. Some lengthy matches on this one. Omega set off the ropes. Nicely done. Planting Regal in the center of the ring. Oh, looking for back control. Regal rolls into the Regal Plex. Got him! William Regal pins the Hall of Fame champion Kenny Omega before their singles contest for the championship. The confidence of the champion must be rattled. It must be. I demand it. Rattle that confidence. Shake your moneymaker. Wow. What a win there. Okay, so Regal getting the win on Omega, surprising him with that Regal Plex. The leg lock suplex hold. That's a Regal Plex. Pinning the Hall of Fame champion before their big title confrontation later tonight. Cool. What do we get? 89? I'll take it. Once you get like a Hyundai or like a high 90s, you can kind of, I don't want to say coast, but you got a little more leeway. Oh, I didn't write down what Ricky Shane Page and CM Punk was. I can see that in a second. Hiya! All right, Ricky Shane Page and CM Punk was 88. All right, not too shabby. Not too shabby. I did write down that he beat him, though. Simple singles action coming up next. This was to be a palate cleanser before our double main event. Derber, easy for me to say. But unfortunately, the tag title match was canceled, so it is now the palate cleanser before our single main event. So coming up next, we have in from Ring of Honor, rest in peace, Eli Isom is in to face Randy Orton, another GWA competitor that we haven't seen too much of lately. I was staring at the GCW heavyweight title match graphic on the middle of the screen there. All right, Randy Orton returning to a GWA ring to face Eli Isom from Ring of Honor. Let's get down to the ring to see how this one shakes out. See how I'm using our guests as jobbers. Enhancement talent, pardon me. Look at that orange glow of Randy Orton as we ring the bell and are underway here. Excuse me. Sound the whistle. Oh, signature Orton offense into the front headlock. The third generation superstar. The blueprint for the perfect WWE superstar. Back to that front headlock. 80% of Randy Orton's offense is about as thrilling as watching paint dry. But I understand he's a very smooth and safe worker. Nice neckbreaker there by Orton. And he's certainly gotten the the RKO, or kept the RKO over.
Give up.
A lot of headlock variations on display. Show off. Stomping away is Randy Orton. I don't know if this variation, this is another updated wrestler, by the way. I don't know if this variation has the Garvin stomp / Orton stomp, or if it just replaces it with the just repeated stomps at the sort of head level. But I know it's got a lot of headlocks. Oh, I don't know if that's actually two submission positions, because the first one he had to break from, and then he still had the secondary opportunity once he was back to his feet. I don't know quite how that... Man, and he goes right back to it. Like, this is grade A Randy Orton right here. This is what you get. Trying to ground his smaller, faster opponent. You cannot argue with the psychology of Randy Orton. But as far as entertainment value goes, it's more entertaining watching his hair recede in this edit than it is the majority of his contests. RKO out of nowhere, which is why he likes to end them in a hurry. Let's see if Eli Isom, and he can escape at 2.9. Little bit of life left in Eli Isom. Sending Orton off the ropes. Didn't have enough time to set anything up. Nice belly-to-belly follow-up, though. Lots more gas in the tank of Orton. Angle slam. Shout out to Kurt Angle and another RKO. Isom back to his feet almost immediately there. Much to the chagrin of Randy Orton. But now that he knows he can hit it once, I guarantee you he's going to try again. Send off the ropes this time. RKO off the ropes. Now he has headlocks and RKO variations. That's new. Counter into the front face lock. The diabolical Viper, the apex predator. Oh, the humanity of the front face lock. Not quite an RKO. And he's going to go for the cover on that. Two does it. The sloppy counter RKO seals the deal. And Randy Orton gets a win, I guess. See how this was a palate cleanser? Kind of bring everybody back down. And then we're going to double main event it back to the stratosphere. The original cutter. The OG, or OC, I suppose. All right. Randy Orton has defeated Eli Isom, much to the detriment of Isom's career. And yeah, it was not great. Not a great match, but it wasn't meant to be. I should have switched that one. If I had switched that one in the Moxley match, we would have been in better shape, but that's, hindsight. Nothing I can do about it now. Honestly, if I had it all to do over again, I would have noticed that the Young Bucks didn't show up, even though the screen that says, hey, such and such didn't show up, never materialized. And I would have double checked before I saved the game and got us into this predicament. Anyhow, this would have been the place where you would have seen the Young Bucks try to get the AEW tag team titles back, but one or both of them did not show up. So we instead skip straight to our main event. Dragon Rojo Jr., who very recently defeated Jushin Liger for the GWA Junior Heavyweight crown, is putting the gold on the line against Elia Draganov, who is immediately cashing in his title opportunity, secured just last month in this promotion, as he was 1/3 of the winning trio in the Tournament of Terror. He, William Regal, and Stephen Austin. Stephen Austin. I don't know if anyone's ever called him that. All right. So Elia Draganov against Dragon Rojo Jr. This is I believe, a rematch from very early in the days of the GWA. Dragon Rojo Jr. is the first two-time singles champion here in the GWA holding any belt. He is the first two-time GWA Junior Heavyweight champion. Elia Draganov looking to be the second two-time Junior Heavyweight champion by dethroning him post-haste. Let me get my big fat head out of the way. And off we go to the ring. Mr. Bigfoot calls for the bell. Excuse me, whistle. I keep forgetting, when I'm in Mexico, it's a whistle. Authenticity. As it is usually a whistle that sounds for lucha matches. Draganov and Dragon Rojo Jr., no strangers to one another, the cornerstones of the junior division, some would say, some of our longest tenured members. Duking it out for the richest prize in the junior heavyweight division, the championship thereof. Nice front dropkick by champion Dragon Rojo Jr., who, as we said just last month or a couple of months ago, unseated Jushin Thunder Liger for the crown. Stalling suplex here by Draganov. Rojo spills out to the floor. Nice display of sportsmanship shown there by challenger Draganov, allowing the champion to return to the ring. Mind you, he is also well aware that you can only win the match inside the ring as these two gentlemen chop away at each other. Your junior heavyweight champion winning that battle. But Draganov looking to win the war. Oh, spinning. Chop to the back of the head. Might have torn his lower ear off if he wasn't wearing a mask. He sweeps the leg, Johnny, and gets a 1. Another suplex this time, sending Draganov out of the floor at the 5-minute mark. As we said, these two no stranger to one another, so not really wasting time with the feeling out process. Trying to hit their heavy-duty offense quickly and effectively. Nice suplex there by Draganov. Speaking of, leaping enziguri, but Dragon Rojo Jr. right back to his feet. Dropped right back down to the canvas by Elia. Another nice combination of moves there. Rojo trying to fend off the challenger. Slow things down with a single crab. Right back to that crab. Right back to the crab. Now, Draganov having enough, just sweeping the legs out. Got those punches in bunches, and Rojo Jr. has been busted wide open. I don't know if all the red on the knee pad of Elia Draganov is design. Could be blood. Dragon Rojo, caution to the wind with the guillotine leg drop. Drags him away from the ropes and into the cover. 1, 2. Draganov escapes. That the signature maneuver of Dragon Rojo Jr. That guillotine leg drop. Oh my gosh, gets turned inside out. And then the diving headbutt into the pin. 1, 2. No! Dragon Rojo Jr. escapes, but look at the pool of blood left on the canvas. Elia senses victory here. A second headbutt to the chest this time. 1, 2. No! Rojo escapes again. Rojo going up top. Double stop. Once again, sweeps the leg and gets that mount. This is technically a submission move as the referee can stop this if Dragon Rojo Jr. fails to defend himself, able to fight out. Batista bomb. 2. No. Draganov just rolls his shoulder. Submission attempt here. Trying to work the torso of Draganov after that power bomb. Oh. Excellent torque on these suplexes out of Draganov. Teardrop style. The original finish of Shawn Michaels. Oh. Backdrop suplex after backdrop suplex. You can see the blood of Dragon Rojo Jr. across half the canvas and back to the submission hold. Dragon Rojo Jr. must have a beat on something wrong with the chest, the ribs, perhaps, the lungs, something in there that he's focusing on the midsection of Dragon Rojo, or excuse me, of Elia Draganov for. Oh, if he gets the opportunity. Nicely done with the drop kick into the cover. Draganov with the rebound lariat. 1, 2, knocked him out and won the belt. Elia Draganov, the second 2-time champion in our company's history. Also the second 2-time junior champion. Man, that junior title bouncing around like a hot patata. Hey, Rocco, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good one. Man. All right, bit of a letdown in these main events. I'm also super let down that the Young Bucks didn't show up. But have ourselves a new champion. Let's go up here and adjust our listings. This is the 9th reign, the 9th Junior Heavyweight Championship reign. It is Elia Dragonov's second. So it is the 9th overall. Dragonov's second. Hang on 1 second here. Gotta update my list of doodles. You're going to see the list in short order because I haven't booked the second show yet, so I'll show you what I have so far. Oh, we also have a couple of friends to check in on. Hang on 1 second as we end this event and see what we got out of this. Oh no, Sarov was injured. They will be hospitalized for 6 months. That's terrible, but they don't work for us, so that's not my problem. Ilya has won the Junior Heavyweight Championship. I'll have a chat with John Moxley. How about that? I'll have a chat with him for dumping your dude on his head and knocking him out. Yep, Paige gets the GCW title back. Hot diggity dang. He's going to talk about how, yeah, it was okay. No. Not considering a smaller venue. We're going to make sure that everybody shows up for work. That's all we needed to do there. Oh, we have new AEW Junior Tag Team Champions, Marco Stunt and Jack Evans. PCO is the ROH champion. New DDT Junior Tag Team Champs as well. New Noah Trios champions. We lost money on that one. I don't even think we did that well. Yeah, because we didn't have the full crowd. No way they bought the merchandise we made, etc., etc. Doing okay, Rocco. Doing okay. Having a decent day. This is it. Now we book the last show of the year. Okay. Network wants to broadcast 2 broadcast hour product. That's the wrong 2. Let's sign Fame and Stardom. Here we come. Fingers crossed. We've been getting lowballed. We've been getting offers from like local TV. Our last TV broadcasting contract was national coverage, $300,000 a month. Let's see what we can get. Let's see what offer we can field this time. Fingers crossed it's something decent. Thank you. National $500,000 a month for a year. Average match evaluation. That means the show in total has to be over 50. Yep. Oh, they found EC3. That's nice. He can, you know, what is it? He can control his narrative. That's it. Casey from NXT. Casey Catanzaro from American Ninja Warrior wants to come in and fight. Sure. Casey Catanzaro. I'll just put Casey. Casey in from NXT. That's a little note for later. Oh, speaking of my notes. Boink. Oh, that's wrong. Whoa, that's weird. That's my Twitch chat. That's totally the wrong window. Hang on. I wonder what it's doing. Oh, it just straight up changed windows on me. That's strange. Anyhow, as you can see, we have Brody Lee we lent to the WWE, Kazuchika Okada we sent to Big Japan, and Keiji Muto we sent to New Japan. So we just did a couple of them. Yeah, I have the note here for Casey. So we're going to check in on what they did with our friends, and then as you can see, we got some booking to do. I have the main events. William Regal versus Kenny Omega for the Hall of Fame Championship. This is how we're getting to the third and decisive singles contest between Steve Austin and Raven. Raven has agreed to the singles contest on the provision that if Raven defeats Steve Austin, Raven gets Austin's future title shot. That's what it's taking for them to get back in the ring in a singles contest, and Austin was all too eager to sign. I'm also, since we're not having our world champion in action, wanted to feature them in a high-profile tag match, so I've also tentatively booked Mitsuharu Misawa, the GWA champ, and Jushin Liger, the former junior champ, against Bret Hart and Speedball Mike Bailey. That's not Bailey the lady. Sorry, I should put Speedball here. Don't want to confuse things in case we eventually hire Bailey. I mean, it would be spelled slightly different with 2 Y's instead of the 1, but... All right. As you can see my dismay in text file format. How dare they not show up? Okay, we got to figure out a Wayward Champion match, but first, let's check in on our buddies in the WWE, Big Japan, and New Japan. All right, let me get this off screen. Boink. And let's go see where we can do that. Records and help. Promotional stats. Promotional consideration has been paid for by the following. What was it? It was New Japan for sure. Let's see what they did with Muto. There we go. Clark Connors versus Keiji Muto, which Keiji Muto won apparently handily. Not a great match. So they put him in about middle of the card. So that was number 1. Oops. And then we also sent Brody Lee to WWE. I want to look at that last And we sent Kazuchika Okada to Big Japan. Let's see. Oh, they did it use them? Let me just double check. We sent Okada to Big Japan. Pardon me. And now I'm looking at Big Japan. And yeah, they didn't use them. They half sold out a 10,000 seat arena by putting Hogan on top. Like, he's their guy. I think he's going to sink that promotion. All right, so they didn't use him, which is silly. Let's see if they use Brody Lee in the WWE. Perhaps on the teams, because I can only see one member of a team. Nope. As far as I know, nope. Okay, so I sent them there, and they didn't book them. What's the point? Weird. Weird. All right, so let's get this text file back up. Boink. So we'll get rid of all this. That information is no good to us anymore. Let's do this just so we can see everything. I don't need to send Punk anywhere. Let me go. Whoosh, top of the world, Ma. Yuji Hino is apparently a tag champ somewhere. I just noticed he had an extra belt that he shouldn't have, or like 2 or something. Anyway, he's got a belt he shouldn't have. I don't know where that is, where that fits in. I'll have to figure out what that is later. I know Regal is 1/3 of the Trios champions, but we need him. I might send Kabashi to AEW, or try to, just to see if maybe they'll book him and Linda Man in a tag match. But knowing my luck, he'll win their heavyweight title or something. And I will try to bring one of these 3 gentlemen in as they are free agents, and the promotions whose titles they are currently in possession of are suffering without those belts. So that is kind of some work that we're doing. Plunk. We checked on all that. Let's check on the maintenance, how we did merchandise-wise, etc., etc. Boink, boink. Back to the offices. Okay, well, I do personal advice first. That's a good idea. Kurt Angle wants more money. This is usually how these go. Do a show people want to raise after they're done. You there! Tiny raise for you. And the sooner I do this, Mr. Brody Lee, sure. I wouldn't be happy. Well, you got paid to fly there and do nothing. It's not the worst thing in the world. You got paid to fly there and like hang out. Mr. Brody Lee, let's get you a bump. Woof, you're making a pretty penny there, Brody. There you go. Don't tell anybody else what anybody else is making. I can't afford to pay them all 10 a month. Or 10 to 12 a month. Austin wants more money. He's probably making bank too. Consultation. Arston. Okay, he's already making 11. He's about to make 12. Oh dear. The problem is word gets around the locker room. Plus they know how good I'm doing business-wise. Punk wants more money? Sure, bud. All my strong heels want more cash. Oh, he's barely making anything compared to some. Interesting. Oh. Whatever. Which one's newer? This one. Okay. Back to records and help. Personal advice. Masawa. Boss Mang. Wants more money? No problem. Consultation. What's up, champ? Yeah, buddy, you can make 13.5. There you go. There you go. Personal advice. Anybody else? Anybody else want a bump while I'm here? Kenta wants some money. While I got the money drawer open, anybody else want some? Kenta Kobashi, our first signee. Change salary. Welcome to the 5-digit club. Kenta Kobashi. I'll delete that second save later. Wrong thing. Records and help. Personal advice. Anybody else? Anybody else? Going, gone. Okay. Save that. I'm actually going to delete it now, just to make it easier for myself. There we are. Delete data. This one, which was a whole 2 minutes behind. We had so much accomplished in those 2 minutes. Shasha. There we go. And yes, please load the only save. Splendid. Okay. As always, we start with our training center. Well, we didn't start with it, but we always do our training center maintenance every month. Don't want this to build up. Okay, we got that fat TV broadcast contract now. I'm going to go back to America and sell at a 40,000 seat arena, if I can help it. Last show of the year, I might go for the 65,000 seater. I'm crazy that way. Okay. I'm only going to do one a month because they're $100,000 a pop, but let's do judo coach this time. Now let's do two and mat work. Let's do those two. There we go. And now I'll do the two lowest, which is these two again. Oh, sorry, this one. I'll do this one and this one next time. I'll just keep doing the two lowest as much as I can. Try to keep our roster size as is for now. Yes, broadcast contract. Ooh. Okay, those are hanging around. Those can hang around. But like we said, we're going to the 40,000 plus seater. So we're gonna have a ton of, like, we're gonna make a bunch of t-shirts and towels, probably some action figures. I'll probably literally make everything that we don't have something of. So that's a good start. Oh yes, human resources, scouts. We can send Strong and Showman. Let's go Showman America. Showman America for 6 months. Just sending my scout back out, my rotating pool of scouts here, trying to find us new talent. I don't necessarily hire everybody, but I at least make sure that they're available. You never know. Somebody might pop in here that's like, I can't miss prospect, and I gotta sign them to my roster. Okay, so first thing is first. What I wanted to do was send Kenta Kabashi to AEW. I've already saved here. I'm gonna loan to AEW, who we are friendly with. Where are you at? Where'd you go? Kenta Kabashi, here you are. Go here and defend your tag belt, please. Okay, Kabashi's out to AEW. Let me write that in my text file. Kabashi to AEW. And now we will book our event and see who we're using, who we're not using. I'll put in the matches that I have solidified already. First off, we're leaving Mexico. Let's go to American Urban. Let's go to Arena 65,000. See if we can do it. Configure title match. It's going to be a difficult ask because we're putting Kenny Omega and William Regal on top. There we go. Kenny Omega. That brought 1,000. William Regal. A lot of love for the heels. Okay, I gotta get Undertaker on the show, that's for sure. Oh, old school. Now let's go with this one with the gold. Not a great main event. Not a great main event. Well, not for 20 bucks. Let's do this first. Okay. Virtually doubling the size of the audience just like that. So that's what we had so far. And then we had our semi-main, which was going to be just a straight up singles between these two level hooligans. There's Austin and the leader of the Doldrums. Let's see how they're feeling. Raven, yeah. The third and final singles contest between these two gentlemen. Steve Austin's future title shot is on the line. That's going to be a title shot against any belt Raven qualifies for. So that would be tag, GWA heavyweight, or Hall of Fame. You can just summon a title shot at will. All right, so those are our two big singles matches. Then I wanted to do a nice tag here. As we have... I don't really have any heels in this match, but I'll still put Bailey and Brett on this side, just because. Bailey and Brett here. And then on this side... Actually, I'm going to swap this because you're a champion should go in the red corner. And it is going to be... Ooh, crossing the line, huh? Liger, how you feeling, bud? Feeling good? Oop. Liger feeling good. And Masawa, the champion. Oops. Oh yeah, Casey. Sorry. Hang on. I'm laughing because I immediately know exactly what I'm doing with Casey Catanzaro. I'm so sorry, lady. Okay. We're gonna do. Okay. We're gonna go over here, and oh yeah, we need to put the Undertaker on the show. So we'll go ahead and book The Undertaker against KZ Catanzaro. Pardon me, whilst I burst into flames on that one. Oh, that tickled me. Okay, so that is another singles match. Casey Catanzaro, welcome! Versus The Undertaker. All right, so match number 4. Oh, I didn't do this yet. Dang it. So this is why I need to do the Wayward Champion stuff first, because match number 4 is our Wayward Champion match, and we haven't invited anybody. We've sent Kenta Kabashi out to do a Wayward Champion thing, but that's not the same as filling our own slot here. So, quick moment. I already wrote everything down, so this is just sort of how I book back and forth, even when I do it off air. I just book a little bit and go, oh, wait a minute, I need to do this thing. And then I can rebook that quickly because I wrote it down. So I need to invite one of our Wayward Champions. Let me go back to the top of this text file. LA Knight in the USA free agency pool. Let's see what he has to say for himself. Let me actually back up and save first. Just in case. Event, invite, USA free. Sorry, North America free. Where are you at? Wait a minute. When did Penta leave? When did Penta leave AEW? Interesting. I feel like they did a month's worth of storylines and just didn't tell me what was going on. Okay, I'm gonna try. Yeah, 11 grand, nothing. Let's do it. That's always the complaint. They don't agree with our wrestling style. I'm gonna try it twice more because everyone gets 3 strikes. But that's been from the jump, the same sentence. They don't agree with our wrestling style. We are strong style, they are showmen. We have some showmen on our roster. I didn't think it would be like that invasive or that much of a switch to slightly adapt your style. Attempt number 2. Nope. All right, we're gonna try one more time. I don't really feel optimistic about it. They're pretty much just hanging on to the NXT title. But we're gonna try anyway. And then we're gonna move on if it doesn't work. And we're gonna get turned down by Minoru Suzuki and then Sakuraba as well. All right, event, invite. North America, go up here a little bit until you see LA Knight. Nope. Okay, so that's 3 strikes on LA Knight. I can just straight up go into inviting somebody else because that was his 3rd strike. Japan. Where are you? Kazushi Sakuraba, currently in possession of the Noah heavyweight belt. A stoic wrestler though. That's straight up UFC style. There's no way they're gonna want to work with us. Yeah. They're interested in working with us, but don't agree with our wrestling style. Don't agree with it, which is weird. Well, then come to our show and demonstrate that your wrestling style is superior by defeating one of our competitors. How about that? I wish there was a way I could sweeten the pot and be like, well, we're bringing somebody from Noah to work with you for your Noah title. So play a little ball, just a little bit of ball. Okay, that's 2. I'm just gonna go through it. This is gonna be 3rd strike on Sakuraba and likely 1st strike on Minoru Suzuki because he has the IWGP championship, or I guess the New Japan Pro Wrestling Championship in this game. So he's got that hostage on the independent circuit as well. 2 major Japanese titles just floating out there. Yeah, okay, so that didn't work. Let's back up here and go to Minoru Suzuki. As you can see, has a belt. We would like that belt back in circulation, no matter the cost. They're not returning my calls. I think we should give up now. That's even worse. That's even worse than not agreeing with our style. That's like they want nothing to do with us. I'm still gonna try because I'm trying to right the wrestling landscape. I'm trying to get all the titles back where they belong. No matter how long it takes, I'll do it. I'll do it. Let's see. I really need to find out whom Yuji Hino is partnered with. Event. Invite. Strike number 2 coming up. Are they gonna answer the phone? I think we should give up now. Never. I'm gonna try one more time. What's the worst he's gonna do? Say no again, right? Like he's not. It's not like he's gonna show up and then like run roughshod and start like beating up the crowd or something. I mean, the worst thing you can do is what the Young Bucks already did, which is agree to show up for a significant amount of money and then no show. I still had to pay that money. Okay, Japan. Strike a 3 coming your way. Okay, so that's no good there. Let me see what else I can be doing here. So those are the 3 main ones. The other championships that I'm concerned with are in my promotion. So I'm going to look at the title belts. Okay. So one of them that he has is the tag team belt. I thought he had 2 of them though. Let me just double check. Oh, he just does have the 1. Okay, perfect. So they're fine. So I don't need to worry about that. He can't defend that yet because Phoenix is hurt. Phew. So they don't have something that I need to be concerned with. My only other Wayward champions are Kabashi and Regal. So it's those 3 singles titles though. That's a bummer. I still want to invite people in though. I still want to like try. Who can I invite that are friends of ours? Let's just see. Who would I like to bring in? I'm not trying you guys again, you jerks. Wardlow might be fun. The Bubble Bobble Buster of Evil Uno. It's only 36. Good for him. Trust D. That's interesting. Oh, part of the best friends. As you can see up there, the stable name. Team Tess. Best friends. D order. Why are they all showmen? That's interesting. Who is oh, Brandy Rhodes gets to be strong style? Dang it. I know we're good friends with this whole group though. What say ye, Eddie? Who would I put you against? Some of these names are a little out of date based on like they were initially hired when the promotion first started, but since then have long since stopped being used. Wow, that's a good Brian Pillman Jr. Look at that. Pretty decent Christian. Let me try Miro. No, wait, I had Miro all last generation. What am I doing? Did I have Wardlow? I think I had Wardlow too. I can't really remember. Is there anybody from here? Like, see, they still have Awesome Kong, even though she's retired now. Definitely had brought in Kingston before. I'm gonna try inviting somebody from WWE just because we're pals in a way. So let's try to bring Edge in. Costing $200,000. Yeah, we're going all out for this show. Here we go. Holy crap. Let's see if Edge shows up. Holy moly. Okay. So you can watch me do this. Okay, let me go down to our guests. We're going all the way down. These are all the people that we've had. I don't know if I put that they actually showed up or not. That ruined this whole match too. Or he started at 09 and then 11 was supposed to be it, but it was a no-show, so I don't know. I don't know which of those 3 actually didn't show up, so I just marked all 3 of them. Okay, so going way down here to the guests. Here on the last show. I've already forgotten who we hired. That's ridiculous. I'm losing my mind. Oh yeah. No. No. That's wild. Event. Book event. I'm gonna have to do this really quick because we literally just hired somebody. Who is that? Oh yeah, Edge. Wow. I was trying to think who in AEW we hired, and then no. They said no to everybody. It's Edge that we got instead. Now the other thing is I have to be very, very cautious of running this show and seeing what happens. Okay, I am not bringing in anybody else. I'm going to put Edge against one of our guys. So that is going to take the place of our Wayward Championship match. We're instead going to put somebody versus Edge. TBD. And then we'll just fill out the bottom half of the card. I've already sent Kabashi to AEW, so that's not our possibility. But we're gonna book from the end of the show to the front of the show, trying to load this thing up. 65,000 strong to see Kenny Omega, William Regal in our main event. Okay. All right. Down here. There we go. William Regal. Why do you have 2 belts? Oh yeah, you're part of a trios team somewhere. 2 trios teams, in fact. All right, so as we know, that didn't do much. And then we're going to put, well, I suppose, in terms of who's really the face and the heel of this thing, I guess we could technically put it on Raven to be the heel, so let's put him in this corner this time. Okay. Against Steve Austin. With Austin's title shot on the line, as we know. Okay, those are our 2 big singles finals, and then we have this nice tag match with Liger. Do you have one that sort of matches? Oh, you do! I mean, you wore that for the Trios Tournament in Terra, though. I've seen you in that outfit, is all I'm saying. Black Liger. Against, or not against, teaming with Misawa. Oh, old stocky tiger mask. That's fun. And who do we say we were putting them against? Oh, that's right. That's right. We're putting you against Mike Bailey. Hey, Mike Bailey, I says. And Breha. In the spackle. Spackle, please. Spackled. Okay, we're still in the 18,000 seater. Let's move that over to American Urban Arena. Hey guys, you want to come to this holiday show? 65,000 strong, $10 a ticket. Can't be beat. I already got 20,000 in the arena for 3 matches. Not too shabby. Okay, now match number 5 is where we left off. Let's put that earlier. No, let's do it here. Okay, we had this one booked. All that work to go outside this booking screen to find a wayward champion, and it didn't even work. I mean, we did get a star, though, to come hang out. What I should really do instead is Undertaker versus Edge. I should really do that instead, so I'm going to. Undertaker representing GWA against Edge versus representing WWE. Do you see Jim Ross, AEW should Jeff Hardy? I disagree. But did you see Jim Ross? Oh, Jim Ross said that AEW should sign Jeff Hardy. I think the last thing Jeff needs to be concentrating on is wrestling right now. I don't know. He should be winding down, I would think. They've got Jeff Hardy. Like, they have Darby Allin. They have Dante Martin. They have like a third of their roster does that already. They don't really need them. Only for one final Hardy Boys versus somebody match. Like, I don't know if we ever got Hardy Boys FTR. That could be worked very smartly and well. I wouldn't want to see Hardy Boys Young Bucks again, because I don't think the Hardys would be able to hold up their end of that match style. But like Hardy's FTR to go out on would be fun. That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head that you would want him there for, other than obviously he's a big name and it's Jeff Hardy and, you know, the charismatic enigma and yada yada yada. But like, honestly, I don't think it's the best business move for the AEW or for Jeff, because AEW has this constant influx of talent, and it's got to slow down at some point, because you can't just keep debuting people and not consistently focusing on people that you want your audience to identify with. You know what I mean? You can't solely rely on, well, they were big somewhere else, so we'll just kind of put them in the mix here and things will be great. Just my opinion. Like, they're doing a really good job so far with how they've handled Bryan Danielson, or rather perhaps how he's handled himself. But beyond that, okay, so Casey Catanzaro is now going to be in our first match, probably against Matt Bolly. Yeah, let's do that then. Oops. Accidentally booked a 6-man tag. All right, Casey, welcome. Nice to see you. You're all beat up. Look at your neck. Mad Polly is not going to be easy on you. Welcome back, Mad Polly! Okay. We got 45,000 here. Now it's a case of, in these matches 2, 3, 4, I have, okay, I got singles, singles, tag, singles, and then a singles at the start. So I'm going to do a tag here. We're going to start looking at heel teams. I already have an idea. We'll put in Bill Bullock and Dave Mastiff, the Yard Dogs, anchors of the tag team division. Very successful team early in this promotion's existence. Let's just see if we can't find them someone to go up against. Perhaps Keith Lee and Kazuchika Okada. No, I feel like they've fought them almost recently. At least in the last calendar year, and I try to mix things up. Well, they could fight the Junior Achievers. There we go. Junior Achievers back together again. El Tejano Jr. and Dragon Rojo Jr. against the Yard Dogs. We're doing those old rivalries. Okay, 2 more matches. I'm going to sell this place out at 10 bucks a pop. I don't think in 2 matches I'm going to have enough clout to be able to pull off the $20 ticket price, but whatever. We start with a popular heel like CM Punk. In the Long Boys this time for funsies. There, we filled it. We filled it with Punk showing up. How we doing with this? Maybe. Maybe. What can we do here that we haven't done before? Have we done Page? He's not very popular is the problem. Who's one of our biggest? I think we've done Kurt Angle Punk before. Maybe I can do Angle in the other match. And then who can I put here? I don't feel like they've fought much. Maybe Randy? I feel like they've fought before. Let's do Moxley. Moxley Punk. Okay. Not quite what I was hoping for, but that's okay. And then after that shout out, and just to try to pop a rating. So close. I think I can do this. I'm at 52. Can this matchup bring in 12,000 fans? Oh, he's popular everywhere but America. Not quite. Can I do better than this? Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Could I do them as a tag? Hang on. Okay, so let me erase this quick. How do I do that? Oh, remove wrestler. There we go. Well, I never had to do that before. All right, so let's do a tag here. Let's do the faces first because it looks like the Street Profits are able to go again. So let's get Dawkins. What color do we want this time? Yeah, rep your classic NXT look, sure. And Montez. Okay, that's a lot stronger. That's about the same. And now we need about the same popularity team to put them against. Okay. Has McIntyre and Hino, not very popular. I mean, Okada and Muto. See if we can sell this out. I'll take it. It's 62, it's almost 63. I'll take it. Let's see now, maybe I can move the card around and get a better... No, that doesn't matter. You never know. More people are interested in seeing these mismatches. Yeah, no difference there. Okay, that's more people. No, I can't do that. And I wouldn't put this down here. That's still gonna draw. Interesting. No, I'm still gonna swap these. Like, I'm gonna move this match around because this is it draws more. Taker Punk. This is the fun of booking on the fly this way. Match 4, we have Dawkins and Ford versus Okada and Muto. Match 3, we have Jon Moxley versus Edge. Match 2, we have Tejano and Dragon Rojo Jr. against the Yard Dogs, Bullock and Mastiff. Classic tag team action. Hang on 1 second. 1 second. There's something I can do here. I don't want to do any more matches than already exist, but I might roll a singles feud into this. Hang on. Okay, if I do it trios, and then I can see if I can put something together here. Then I can do 3 of them. I can do Flamita, Tejano, and Dragon Rojo Jr. So, Tejano, I know we just saw these guys in action, in trios action, but they're good at it. What do you do? It fits a little better. It's got yellow. Okay. And I had them against Bullock and Mastiff. And then we got to find them a partner. I mean, Randy Orton's sitting right there. So we'll just do that. Really? Really? We added extra people to the match and it drew exactly the same people. Ha! Well, then I'm gonna bump it back down to a tag match because that's gonna take less time, and I'm already, almost 2 hours into the broadcast. Fascinating stuff. I didn't know it would do that. All right, back to the original tag. I'll put Bullock and Mastiff here. It doesn't really matter. They're both heel teams, so they can be in either corner. Okay, Junior Achievers away. There we go. All right. Good stuff. We've already sent Kabashi to AEW. That's the best advertising we can do. I don't want to diminish that at all. So we're going to make, almost double what our expenses are going to be for the building. We do have $500,000 in television broadcasting right out of the gate. So we have Casey in from NXT. We have Edge in from the WWE to face Jon Moxley, because that was a bigger matchup. CM Punk Undertaker was a bigger matchup, and Moxley Edge was a more popular matchup. So we moved that around a little bit, and everybody's happier. So we're going with it. We're going with it. Save that. So we've not sold out, but we got a pretty good chunk in a 65,000 seat arena. Hang on, let me just read it. Rocco's comments here. Yeah, for sure, Rocco. Yeah, they got a pretty good pass as an organization for the first couple of years because brand spanking new. Let's see what they can do, et cetera, et cetera. But okay, they've been around for a little while now. They've really started to establish, especially with their pay-per-views, that when it comes time to build to a big event, they can put together a heck of a wrestling card. But now I just want to see more. Okay, you've got these men and women churning through AEW Dark and Elevation and stuff like that. Let's start seeing them in preliminary matches on Dynamite and Rampage. Like, you can't just keep churning them through that same system for like years and years and years. You got to eventually feature them. I know they're cycling some people on and off, but I kind of wish they would do it more often. Here's a prime example of how they try with somebody for a little bit and then just forget about them. Brian Pillman Jr. They built that great singles matchup between him and MJF in like Brian Jr.'s hometown or whatever. Put on that great match where they made Brian look strong, but obviously they still had MJF go over because they're building him as like, top heel in the company. But then Brian Pillman Jr. wasn't even on Darker Elevation for months after that. Like, he just finally resurfaced now-ish, like within the past couple of weeks. Like, they just dropped him off of TV for ages. When what they should have done or could have done is bring him back after a week or two and give him a nice solid win, so that while he still has like the goodwill with the crowd, you could sort of like, you know what I mean? Like, you could solidify their opinion of him by like give him a nice rebound win against Shawn Spears, perhaps, of the Pinnacle. Like, it would have been perfect. But anyway, that's just me. That's just me. But hindsight is obviously 2020. You could always book in reverse. Like, it's really easy to book looking backward, you know what I mean? Like looking backwards in time at what they did and what you would have done instead. But we're not there in the moment. So we can only sort of watch what they do and hope for the best. All right. Rant over. Let me get back to setting some people out here. Friendly, friendly, friendly. Who wants to go to Big Japan for us? How about Shawn Michaels? You want to go to Big Japan for us? But boom! HBK to Big Japan. HBK to Big Japan Pro Wrestling. We're going to run this show, and then we're going to take a look at what they did with our friends, and then we're going to check out our year-end report. Might go a little late. And I got a Discord date with Juice. Okay. Lone. Who else do we want to be friends with? We did one here. Who else we're still working on WWE. Okay, so let's try to send them one of the biggest stars we have. Kurt, surprisingly, I don't know why, we're not doing so great in America for Kurt anymore. We still didn't use Randy, so we could use them here. You want to go to WWE, Randy? You belong! Orton to WWE. Who'da thunk it? Okay, save that. This also hopefully helps to keep them happy because they're still getting work. Like, I'm still sending them out to do things. Friendly with WWE. Friendly, 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 oh, indifferent because we have no interaction with CMLL because we sided with AAA in Latin America and we do not want any part of the feud between two lucha promotions. Those are blood feuds. Not even kidding. All right, so we're also working on Big Japan Normal. That's the only non-friendly holdout because check this out. Friendly, 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 friendly. Everybody loves us. Amazing. I'm going to send somebody else to Big Japan then. Who's another big star I can send there maybe? BBBD, BBBD. All right, let's try Keith Lee. They're not a popular wrestler. Liar. Brody also went to Big Japan. He and HBK. That's going to be a tense plane ride between the Heartbreak Kid, leader of the Heartbreakers, and Brody Lee of Bret Hart's group, The Standard. Oh, so close. Maybe one more. Maybe one more. Who's got some pops? Who's got some popularitums? I am vastly improving the quality of your show, whether you want me to or not. Let's try Becky. Let me back up and save. I think I did, but I forgot already. One last loan to Big Japan. Becky Lynch. What do you think? Okay, no interest in Becky. I'm going to stop there. I've already sent out 4 people in total and 2 to Big Japan specifically. I'm ready. We're ready to make ourselves some merchandise. Scouts are good. Scouts are good. Make ourselves some merchandise. Branded snacks for the kiddos. Oh, 10,000. Masks. 5. We're going all out. Action figures. 10K. Yep. T-shirts. 20,000 shirts. And 10,000 towels. Yeah. Tons of stuff to buy. This is an almost $2 million show. Save that again. All right. Done the maintenance. Got the merchandise. We have our 46,000 in monthly sponsorships on the ring. 500 for the broadcast rights. So 546,000 of this wiped out. So it's only like $1.25 million that I'm accounted for, that I have to account for. Still a lot. Okay. Save that again. I didn't even do anything, but I just like saving just to make sure. And that's it. This is it. Last show of the year. Okay, so we have Casey, Catanzaro, and Edge to worry about not showing up. That's the only thing that we're going to take 3 kicks at this can for. Hopefully we don't need to. Hopefully everything is great and everyone shows up. Here we go. This is exactly what it did last time. Everything looks fine. Look at the attendance. Look at the attendance go down. Who didn't show up? Oh, they're all here. All right, so that's just slightly less than anticipated. I can accept that. We're still about 60,000 people here. So we still have all 8 matches? We do. We do. All right, so just less crowd than anticipated, even though we moved things around to draw a bigger crowd. So I'm accepting that, and we are going to kick off the show with Kacy Catanzaro in from NXT to face the opening match warrior, Mad Polly. Ooh, the bright lights, big city here in front of 65,000 strong-ish. We're going to kayfabe the number a little bit. It's certainly a 65,000 seat arena. And there's not very many empty slots. Maybe we can just say the 5,000 that didn't show up. We needed that space to put the lighting grid or something, or the Titantron, or what do you want to call it? The Gnarlytron. Kacy, as we said, contacting the GWA offices to be a part of this show on loan from NXT. We do not take it easy on anyone venturing down the gnarly wrestling aisle, friend or foe. And we're trying to be as friendly as possible with all these other promotions. But should you show up, we're not going to take your presence lightly, nor are we going to insult you by not providing you with the very best competition we can. And in the case of Kacy Catanzaro, tonight that means Mad Polly, the opening match warrior and real-life member of, or former member of Damnation, I think. I don't know if that faction's still around in DDT, but at one point a member of the Damnation faction, my favorite faction in DDT. Not just because they were, well, sure they were black and purple. I mean, I'm not saying that didn't have anything to do with it, but it's not the driving force. They were just, you know, cool heels. Big dude in face paint, excuse me. What's not to like? Daisuke Suzuki, or Sasaki, Daisuke Sasaki. Great little submission wrestler, little bastard. Kacy hanging in here as much as she can. You can see she's a very well-defined physique, this Kacy Catanzaro, in immaculate shape. But despite her athleticism, still giving up a significant size and strength advantage to Mad Polly. Gonna have to rely on her speed and counter wrestling here. So far, acquitting herself admirably. Oh, missing the low drop kick. Polly just sort of stepping out of the way. Nice! Nice usage of leverage there to get Mad Polly over. Now trying to break the bigger man down is Kacy Catanzaro. Currently doing like a kind of a rave girl gimmick or a party girl gimmick. Not really a party girl. They go to dance. I don't know. Scene kid? I don't know. She goes to dance clubs a lot. Or at least EDM enthusiast? No, because last thing that they showed, they were at a festival of country music. Hang on. Roll up there, just a 1 count. She and partner Caden Carter in the real-life NXT quote-unquote 2.0. Doing a big fan of festivals sort of gimmick. As I stare at Space Cat. Feeling better. Definitely aggressively attacking his food now when he was not very hungry when he got home. Was still really mad at me for making him spend the day at the vet. But we got him all shot up with antibiotics. He's all good to go. I don't know why I say antibiotics and not antibiotics. I've noticed that about myself. Anyway, got him shot up with those. So his little infected scritchadoo should be fine soon. Oh dear. Big old polybomb coming in. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Oh, Kacy just rolls the shoulder. Just manages to escape. Survive, more likely. Hang on, Polybuster out of the corner. Spikes are on her head. Can't make the cover. Now he can. Nope. Kacy back to her feet and fighting. Spiked with a DDT by Mad Polly right at the 10-minute mark. Sends her off the ropes. Big shoulder tackle. Looking for that one last major maneuver to put her away. Huge clothesline by Polly allows him to catch his breath. Casey doing everything in her power to just fend Mad Polly off at this point. Nice DDT from the diminutive Casey Catanzaro. Oh, just about takes her head off with that clothesline. Follows it up with a clubbering blow to the side of the jaw and a second one. Casey wrestling on instinct. Smartly done here. Back to the very basics with this Boston Crab. You see Mad Polly beginning to run on empty here. Nice head scissor takeover. Oh, Rocco, just going back quickly to AEW's need to push their younger talent or their homegrown talent or however you want to phrase it. Honestly, with all the... Hang on. Nothing doing on that pin attempt. With all of the recent releases, to be perfectly honest, if I were AEW, I would solely be focusing on improving your women's division with all of the recent releases. Quick 2 count there by Casey Catanzaro. Definitely in this matchup. Small package, this could do it! Mad Polly just slipping out. Casey's been hanging in there this whole time as we approach 15 minutes. Doing quite well for herself in this. 2 and... Polly out again. Solid fundamentals from Casey Catanzaro, which she lacks in experience. She makes up for in focus. Nicely done. Head scissor takeover. Using her athletic gifts as best she can here to try to counteract the pure power of a Mad Polly. Dropping his painted face to the canvas once again with a DDT into the cover. 2, no! Polly just escapes. Polly wants a cracker. And he cracks the back of her skull with that clothesline. Small package by Casey. 1, 2. Polly escapes again. You can see Casey doing everything in her power to out-wrestle Mad Polly before the cumulative damage of the power attacks of Mad Polly do their work on Casey Catanzaro, who's now clutching her neck on the canvas. Just as I say that, Mad Polly going in for the kill with those clotheslines. 3 in a row now. Casey fighting back. Back and forth they go. Polly saying to the crowd that this is it. Fighting at it, tooth and claw, are Casey Catanzaro and Mad Polly, who drops Casey. And he himself is about to be dropped if he doesn't catch his breath. He might faint. Excellent counter wrestling by Catanzaro throughout the duration of this, never allowing Mad Polly to get the advantage for too long, doing everything she can to keep herself into this matchup until she's spiked by the Polly Buster. Interesting attempt to get the pin worked out. Did not work for Mad Polly there. Feet under the bottom rope. Now it's Casey's turn with a DDT into the cover. Polly out again. Polly says his back hurts after that move. Mad Polly now taking advantage of the opportunity to catch his breath. Casey sticking with those fundamentals. Nice spinning drop toe. Schoolboy roll up, cradles him deep. Almost puts him away. Didn't quite have enough weight distributed on the lower half of Mad Polly, able to kick out with his lower body of that pinning attempt. And then just throws Casey out of the ring. She's quick to return, though. Another DDT to Mad Polly. We are plus 20 minutes in this one. I didn't think this thing would last 10. Casey almost puts him away again. Back to that DDT over and over again. 1, 2, 3. Casey Catanzaro pins Mad Polly. Bit of an upset. But what representation NXT hath sent us. Casey Catanzaro in a banger. Woo! Dang. That's how we're starting that show. Right, Rocco? Holy moly. Okay. We'll see your opening matchup. And I'll raise you whatever this tag match is going to do. Okay. One of the oldest tag team rivalries here in the GWA is about to be reignited as Bill and Dave, Bill Bullock and Dave Mastiff, collectively known as the Yard Dogs, are going up against the Junior Achievers, El Tejano Jr. and Dragon Rojo Jr., themselves the members of the stable The Heartbreakers, headed by HBK himself, Shawn Michaels. Let's get down to the ring for this tag team contest featuring members of the Heartbreakers and the Yard Dogs. Mr. Bigfoot calling for the whistle. Oh, hang on, that was a bell this time. We're out of Mexico. You're right. Calls for the bell and we are underway. See Bullock starting things off for the Yard Dogs, the convict Bill Bullock, and Big Dave Mastiff. Former GWA Tag Team Champions, likewise. The Junior Achievers, I believe. Former Tag Team Champs. Oh dear. Let me do a little bit of text file scrolling and see if I can back that up with any factual information. There's our first tournament at the end of the first year where we crowned our singles champion. And then we didn't even start doing tag team matches until the end of the second year. Okay, hang on. This is going to take some time. We've had a lot of friends doing... Okay, we definitely had a tournament at some point. Okay, there it is. At the beginning of the fourth year. The inaugural champions were the Junior Achievers. Wouldn't you know it? And guess who beat them for the belts? The Yard Dogs, who were excluded from the inaugural tag team title tournament due to the fact that Bill Bullock was injured at the time, as it all comes flooding back to me. Mind you, that was weeks and weeks ago. As you see, Dragon Rojo Jr. busted open here in this strike battle with Dave Mastiff. And keep an eye on that wound as this match progresses. You can see blood flowing freely at the moment. But a reminder, the canvas absorbs the blood and makes the matches stronger. Those mats outside the ring didn't show up red. We made them red. You can hear Mastiff putting everything he has into every maneuver, even a simple counter, as he now just drags the face of Dragon Rojo Jr. across the canvas a little bit before tagging out to his partner, the Convict, hoping to gain a 2-on-1 advantage against El Tejano Jr., at least momentarily. Nothing doing as both teams freshen up, and El Tejano Jr. in the black and gold just got his ding-dong punched by El Tejano Jr. Oh my gosh. Big Willie-isms. Thank you very much for the raid. Let me get on camera and introduce myself for those who are unaware. Hi there. I am Rad Gnarly, aka the Orbital Outcast, aka the Silent G. Thank you so much for joining us. We are at the opening stages of our second event of the evening. I am the owner, promoter, and commentator. Hang on. 2 count there. Bill Bullock escaping and tagging in Dave Mastiff, his tag team partner. I am the owner, investor, operator, booker, promoter, and commentator for the Gnarly Wrestling Aisle, the GWA, the only wrestling promotion to have 3 silent letters in its acronym. Currently, we're seeing tag team action. El Tejano Jr. in the ring against Dave Mastiff, and we're going to head and pick up the story from there. As Dave Mastiff now into that Regal stretch. By the way, thrilled to have you with us, strolling down that Gnarly Wrestling Aisle. Oh, the Rolling Hills by Dave Mastiff. That vicious flipping slam, all the way to Mastiff into the chest of El Tejano Jr., who eats that clothesline and then scurries back to his corner to get Rojo. Dragon Rojo Jr., that is. Tagged back into this matchup. Himself the worse for wear, busted open earlier in the contest. Now, state regulations prevent us from closing that wound until the conclusion of this contest, wink wink. But we will keep an eye on the blood loss as this thing progresses. Dragon Rojo Jr. making several attempts to get to that top rope to quickly hit that guillotine leg drop that he's famous for, but nothing doing so far. And the magic gets killed by the Yard Dogs as now the convict Bill Bullock just trying to open up the wound of Dragon Rojo Jr., and you can see the results on the canvas. Oh, big boot to the mush. And Dragon Rojo Jr. has had enough. El Tejano Jr., the other half of the Junior Achievers, tagged into the matchup. Now the convict showing a little submission expertise with a unique maneuver there. Oh, thanks very much for the follow there, Big Willie-isms. Very much appreciated. Oh, I don't think Bill Bullock appreciated that big boot to the jaw by El Tejano, but good on Tejano for absorbing that discus lariat. Back and forth these two teams fight, one of the oldest tag team rivalries in our promotion. Under the watchful eye here of senior official Mr. Bigfoot, in the top left of your screen there. El Tejano trying to keep Dave Mastiff in the red corner to prevent his tag team partner from being able to thwart any pin attempts. Mind you, Rojo is going to be running defense as best he can despite that grievous wound on his forehead that is bleeding down onto his chest and has been for about 10 minutes now. Oh, short arm clothesline, and excellently done by El Tejano Jr. Last seen on a national scene as part of the Lucha Underground promotion a couple of years ago, has since returned to his native Mexico. He's doing quite well for himself. Oh! At least until that double underhook backbreaker from Mastiff. Tejano back out to the apron. Dragon Rojo Jr. bravely continuing in this matchup, but you can see every time he hits the canvas, the stain left behind, and he's barely able to escape that pin attempt. Goes up top. There it is, the guillotine leg drop across the back of the head. Wrong side of the ring. Bill Bullock in to break it up. Hammer fist by Mastiff. Drops the elbow. And then smartly tags in the fresher man. Rojo, confused by who's legal and who's not, elects instead to retreat to his own corner. And we have fresh tags on both sides. Oh, just a straight punch. One to the front and one to the back of the head of the convict Bill Bullock, courtesy of El Tejano Jr. As we are creeping toward 20 minutes into this contest. Nice suplex there. As we said, Tejano's going to do his best to keep him in the right corner. Nicely reversed. Beautiful submission move here. Took Dragon Rojo Jr. a couple tries to break that up. Wise though he did, though. I don't know how much longer El Tejano Jr. would have lasted. Oh, main event spinebuster by the convict Bill Bullock into the pin. Mastiff running D. And Tejano escapes it too. Meanwhile, a sit-out powerbomb by Dragon Rojo Jr. You got to be wondering where he's getting the strength. Has been bleeding from the forehead for 15 minutes plus, excuse me. Top rope swinging DDT from the convict. Oh, Tejano didn't know that Mastiff was legal. Gets caught with a vicious clothesline. Mastiff pumping himself up for something huge here. Blasts him to the canvas. Tejano with the black hole slam. 1, 2, no. Almost caught Mastiff napping and stole the win. Mastiff just grabbing a front facelock and dragging him all the way back to the corner. Coolers, thank you very much for the follow as well. Hope you're having a great night. Thank you very much for joining us. As now El Tejano once again freshens up. This is, I believe, let me just check my match listing here. This is only the second matchup of our card today, of our second card. So those of you that are just joining us through this matchup have 6 more contests to look forward to. Oh my gosh, underhook exploder by Mastiff, running off the ropes this time. Kind of a mundane shoulder block, but it was effective in waking Rojo Jr. up. Double stop. Pulls away from the ropes and into the pin. Mastiff escapes. You saw El Tejano Jr. trying to run defense there, but getting caught by Bill Bullock. Both of these teams, former GWA Tag Team Champions. In terms of individual accolades, Dragon Rojo Jr., the masked man in the maroon and gold, a two-time junior heavyweight champion as well. His most recent reign coming after unseating Jushin Thunder Liger. Currently on the apron, however, El Tejano Jr., victim of the stomach claw from Bill Bullock, and that will do it! He's lucky he's not dead! The most devastating submission move in all of wrestling from the period of 1981 to 1983 inclusive. The stomach claw seals the deal. Woo! Thanks once again, Rocco, for the woo. All right, so that is how you do that. 97%, almost a 5-star match. Crowd got a little dippy on it at the end there, I suppose, but checked a lot of the boxes. Okay, 96 in the first one, 97 in the second one. Love what I'm seeing so far. And now we have our first singles contest, featured singles contest for you. Edge is visiting the GWA from the WWE. And wouldn't you know it, he's going to run into the GWA's own Jon Moxley. Let's get down to the ring and see how this one shakes out. As always, the creature on feature, the senior official here as you stroll down the gnarly wrestling aisle, Mr. Bigfoot calling for the bell, and we are underway. The Rated R Superstar Edge and the Wild Thing, Jon Moxley, proudly representing the GWA in this contest. Now, at last month's event, we had a guest in from NXT, Sarav. He was actually able, let me just double check this. He was knocked smooth out by Jon Moxley with a paradigm shift, criticaled and had to be taken away to the hospital. I don't know what that means for the future of Edge in this matchup, but I can tell you that as little regard as Jon Moxley has for his fellow locker room members in the GWA, he has even less regard for the guests that come in from rival promotions in his eyes. And so I expect him to take it lightly on Edge. Not at all. Edge, the wily vet, having to spend a number of years off healing from a rather serious injury. Oh, reverse Regal stretcher. A very interesting submission variation there out of Jon Moxley, who spent some time in NXT under the tutelage of William Regal, under the tutelage of and feuding with, if I recall correctly. In fact, I believe William Regal's final match as a performer, as a wrestler, was against Jon Moxley and his Dean Ambrose guys. Back and forth these two men go. Edge getting the better of that, but barely. Jon Moxley all too willing to brawl. I don't know if Edge wants to play that game. Nice Russian leg sweep by the Rated R Superstar, going for a cover, hooking that leg deep, but just getting a 1 count. Not even 5 minutes gone in this contest. We'll hear the announcement soon.
5 minutes gone.
True to my word, there it was. Moxley spiking Edge with that DDT. Moxley here for a good time, not a long time. Sure, he likes to punish his opponents, but by and large focuses on the goal at hand, and that is defeating your opponent in the ring, not just laying a beating on them. Edge has been called the ultimate opportunist in his time. Oh my gosh, that release suplex out of Mox, just throwing him to the canvas. Oh, hang on. Oh, Edge slowing him down with a choke here. Trying to change his fortunes is Ed. Trying to shift the offensive momentum is Edge. The Rated R Superstar, Ed. Oh, nicely done. Into the Educator, his version of the ankle lock sharpshooter combination. Haven't seen him use that in many years. Moxley just trying to dump him on his head as often as possible until he doesn't get up anymore. Off the ropes. Oh, big big spear into the cover. 1, 2. No, Mox escapes at 2. Butterfly suplex there, double arm suplex, not a paradigm shift. Couldn't quite hook it. Had to settle for the butterfly. Edge looking to end this thing early now that he knows he can hit the spear. Oh, there's the paradigm shift. Into the cover. 1, 2. Now Edge rolls the shoulder. Off the ropes again. Spear. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No. Moxley kicks out. Edge pouring it on now. Gets set off the rope himself. Nice clothesline by Moxley. Smart to spike Edge with the DDT. History of head and neck problems. Moxley spills out to the floor so Edge can catch his breath. Nicely played by the Rated R superstar there. Had he followed him outside the ring, he would have been in for a world of hurt, as there are no disqualifications or countouts outside the GWA ring. Edge winning that strike battle with a vicious clothesline. Hang on, paradigm shift! Into the cover! 1, 2, 3, Jon Moxley wins! Score another victory for the GWA faithful. Okay, so, not too shabby. Not too shabby. I don't know that it, wow, never mind. I was gonna say, let me get on cam to say it. I was gonna say it wasn't the longest match in the world, so I don't know if it had time to ramp up. But good gracious, you talk about the old cliche of maximizing your minutes. 12.5 minute match, 95% out of 100. Mwah. Okay, that's like barreling through like an exam or something and being like, peace out. Oh, there's like 300 multiple choice questions. See you later. All right, 90. Oh my goodness gracious me. Big win for Jon Moxley, who is now 2 big wins in a row since coming back to the GWA. We sort of sent him around to various promotions here and there for a few months in a row. Okay. Dang. And again, in the mid to high 90s, so our average stays at, now it's a complete 96 because we got 96, 97, 95. That's literally 96 overall. All right, some more tag team action coming your way. Some more hot tag team action. Another pair of former champions in the Street Profits. Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford are going to be facing a contingent, a duo, representing the Squared Circle K faction. That being 4 members, 4 wrestlers whose first names or last names start with K. So they have banded together. 2 of those members are Kazuchika Okada and Keiji Muto. And the 2 of them, Muto being the leader of Squared Circle K, by the way, will be teaming up to face Dawkins and Ford. Let's see how much smoke the Rainmaker wants. Dawkins and Okada starting things off as Senior Sasquatch calls for the bell, and we are underway. Just absorbing the shoulder tackle there is Angelo Dawkins, certainly the more powerful member of the 2 Street Profits. In their own right, former GWA tag team champions, and by in their own right, I mean they had a brief reign as tag team champions. Fairly quickly after bursting onto the scene in the GWA, I might add, they very quickly earned themselves a #1 contender shot and took full advantage of it. Muto and Okada, on the other hand, 2/3 of the winning trios in the inaugural Trios Tournament of Terror, the annual deathmatch one-night deathmatch elimination tournament, where the winning trios split $666,000. They are awarded the trios championships for the ensuing calendar year, thereby providing a bump in pay, win or lose, for every match they wrestle. And each individual member of the trios is granted a title shot at a belt of their choosing anytime in the next calendar year before the holding of the next tournament. It'd also be noted that that team is also the only team that guarantees their spot in the next year's tournament as they must defend their crown. Keiji Muto, Kazuchika Okada, nice! Cradle pile driver! And Keith Lee were the inaugural trios champions in that regard. But last year, just a few months ago, in fact, last week on this very program, the winning trio was Stone Cold Steve Austin, William Regal, and Elia Draganov. Draganov cashed in their GWA Junior Heavyweight title shot just last month to become the new champion. The main event of this show, the final show of calendar year 5 of the GWA in this wrestling universe, is going to be headlined by William Regal challenging for the Hall of Fame Championship, currently held by the best bout machine, Kenny Omega. William Regal, Kenny Omega, your main event later tonight, as the Street Profits and the Squared Circle K fight valiantly to climb the ranks of the tag team division. The current champions out of action due to an injury to Ray Phoenix. We wish them a speedy recovery, and we hope to see them early in the new year here in the GWA. If you're enjoying what you're seeing here, the full playlist of the entire history of both generations of the GWA is available on our YouTube page. If you go ahead and just search for my name, Rad Gnarly, you should see the same picture of my big dumb smiling face as is on all my socials. You can go ahead and check out the playlist section of that channel for a playlist of, well, pretty much every game we've ever played on stream, including both generations, as I said, of the GWA. Generation 1 being about 45 weeks worth of content, and this being week, let me see if I can read it from here, 28? Week 28. So about halfway to the production of the first generation of this. The first time around, I played Fire Promoter Mode on Easy. This time I am playing on Hard, trying to become the best wrestling promotion in the world. So far, we are ranked number 4, going into our 6th year. At the conclusion of this show, we're going to get our end-of-year reports to see how we've done. Fingers crossed, we did not drop any slots. We kept our standing with both the fans and the industry. And I'm also crossing my fingers that no other promotions have to fold in the coming calendar years. It's always sad when one of the promotions goes away. Mind you, all the new free agents are kind of nice. As we pass the 10-minute mark, I pledge to focus solely on the match for the remainder, as Okada has isolated Montez Ford on one side of the ring. Muto there to join him. Angelo Dawkins creeping his way around to join the fray. No countouts or disqualifications outside of the GWA ring here. Oh my gosh, the Rainmaker! To Angelo Dawkins as I say that. Anything goes when you're outside the ring here, including a Rainmaker on the floor. Fireman's carry into the suplex by Okada as well. Dawkins doing everything he can to just pin the Rainmaker down at this point. The only way to win is to get the legal combatants back inside the ring for the deciding pinfall or submission. Bit of cat and mouse played here by Muto. Didn't come up on the winning end of it, things. As we now settle down. Muto tagged in legally. Montez is going to be able to tag in Angelo Dawkins. And now Angelo Dawkins against the legendary Keiji Muto. Shining Wizard! Dragging away from the ropes, elects not to go for the cover wisely because he's in very much the wrong part of town. Muto trying to fight his way back to the other corner. Another Shining Wizard! Gonna go for it here. One. No. Montez Ford in there quick as a cat. Stopping that count at 1. Shining Wizard again! Don't you dare. Oh, I thought he maybe go moonsault. Goes missile dropkick instead. Plenty of fight left in the 60-something-year-old Keiji Muto. Though I don't know exactly what age range this edit is. I do see he's got white chest hair, so it's got to be fairly recent. Back and forth they go. Another Shining Wizard! But Dawkins immediately back to his feet, powering through to get Montez Ford tagged in. Oh, and then feeding Muto that clothesline. Unfortunately, Okada was already tagged in, or that could have dimmed the lights to a 3 count for the Street Profits. And now the Rainmaker's going back to work on Montez Ford. Of course, he's got that namesake ripcord Rainmaker clothesline he has used to win major championships worldwide. Also has a secondary submission finisher that he calls Red Ink. Not unlike a chicken wing or $1 Million Dream variation. Oh! Gets the last word on that strike battle. With that big boot, you do not want to give up back control to Kazuchika Okada. Nice STO there. Into the spinning tombstone. Off the ropes. Oh, nice senton splash there by Okada. Luring Montez Ford in for another tombstone. Meanwhile, he's tagged out to Muto, who's going up for the moonsault. Too close to the ropes. That would have spelled disaster for Montez Ford. Must count his lucky stars. He was close enough to the ropes. Big frog splash to the back of Muto. Rolls him over, but Okada's there to break it at 1. Ring positioning crucial in these tag team matchups, as your partner is going to do everything in their power to play defense, while your opposition is going to be running interference on any submission or pin attempts. Okada spikes Dawkins with the tombstone, goes up top and drops the elbow. Not so wisely went for the pin. Ford able to break it up immediately as we pass the 20-minute mark in this tag team contest. Oh, neck breaker over the knee. Went crisscross applesauce with the legs too, I saw. Looking to springboard. Beautiful missile, springboard missile drop kick. Anything not on your feet is a missile. Rainmaker! Wrong side of the tracks for Kazuchika Okada, and Montez Ford keeps the matchup alive. Okada catching his breath, has things well in hand, at least it would seem. Dawkins with a flurry of offense and adrenaline gets back to his corner. Street Profits attempting a double team. Okada wisely, immediately getting back to his corner. We can set up Muto for a double team of their own. Handspring elbow from all the way across the ring. Make it 2. Ford going up for the frog splash. No, waiting for Muto to stand. Missile drop kick of his own. Into the cover. Dawkins running D. Muto just escapes. Signaling the end for Montez Ford. Shining Wizard! Into the cover! 1! Dawkins is going to break that up. Okada had to go all the way back to his corner to tag up before he could legally come back into the ring in order to assist Muto. Muto, though, wisely able to get Montez Ford all the way into the red corner. As we approach 25 minutes in this tag team contest. And the halfway point of the event. We have 3 big singles matches coming up and a tag match featuring the reigning GWA heavyweight champion of the world, Street Profits, with the victory over the Squared Circle K, proving their tag team dominance over the stablemates Okada and Muto. Huge win for the Street Profits, looking to climb that ladder once again. I thought it was a Montez Ford's frog splash, and so it was. Hoo-yah! Okay. On Muto? On Muto. Big win. Kerr. Just updating my text file. Bear with me if you'd be so kind. Oh, also, if you like what you see and you didn't want me to send you to the VODs on the YouTube page, I do the GWA every Thursday from 7 to 10 Eastern. So 3 hours of this fun wrestlingness every Thursday.
It's fun being different if you have a healthy attitude.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rocco, for popping one of our video drops. Man, I got to make some new ones of those in the new year for sure. All right. Wowzers. hotly contested action in our tag team division. And I gotta tell you, the singles division, even stronger. Coming up next, 2 full-time GWA roster members go tete-a-tete with no title on the line. I believe previously, CM Punk had faced The Undertaker for a shot at The Undertaker's Hall of Fame Championship. This is a straight-up singles contest between these two behemoths. These two titans of the industry. As CM Punk, wearing the Long Boys, will be taking on The Undertaker. I'd like to give a quick shout out to the Steam Workshop, the community of creators there, pumping out lifelike representations, at least as lifelike as Fire Pro can allow. As you can clearly tell, we are witnessing Dead Man Inc. Undertaker against CM Punk in this contest. This version of The Undertaker does not utilize the tombstone, rather sets his opponents up for the viciousness of the last ride, or perhaps a one-armed choke slam. And you know for a fact that CM Punk will be looking to land that go to sleep, if not lock The Undertaker in the Anaconda Vice. Mind you, that should mean that Undertaker might have the Hell's Gate to counter with. So a lot of options for both of these competitors to put their opponent away. No strangers to one another in their real-life careers. Certainly, as the action is quick to spill out to the floor here. This was originally scheduled to be a match between The Undertaker and another guest that we had from NXT in our opening contest, Casey Catanzaro. But Casey Catanzaro instead facing Mad Pauly in the opener and actually coming out victorious in that contest. We moved some things around. Got a few more butts in seats by presenting CM Punk and The Undertaker here on the floor for 3 minutes plus. There we go. Punk rolling The Undertaker back into the ring, the only place he can win the matchup. No DQs or countouts outside the ring, but you have a very generous 5 count inside the ring for DQs and rope breaks. I mean, there's no 5 count for rope breaks, but there are rope breaks. And they do factor in. Big boot into the cover from the Dead Man. Gets a 2 count early on. Undertaker liking what he sees. Usually hits the last ride powerbomb within the opening 7 minutes. Nice combination out of Punk, meanwhile. Punches in bunches from the best pure striker in the history of carbon-based life forms. Just ask him. Falls up with another big boot into the leg drop. The red and yellow combo. The only thing he was missing was snake eyes to start that. Taker with the big choke slam, center of the ring. 1, 2, no, Punk escapes. Punk already sucking win here, and like I said, it's only 7 minutes deep into this contest. Taker's looking to finish him off. Punk fighting his way free. Spinning back kick. An onslaught from The Undertaker. Another huge choke slam coming up. Doesn't elect to go for the cover. Immediately back to the attack, but Punk counters. What a combo. Suplex takes the Dead Man down. CM Punk trying to work this advantage as fast as he can before The Undertaker can fully recover here. Oh, it might be too little too late. Last ride time. Blam! 1, 2, 3. Too little too late out of CM Punk. And The Undertaker puts him down in under 10 minutes. Sub 10 minutes. And it was just good enough. Just good enough with 80%. Ooh, boy. Thanks again for the woos. Rocco? Okay. Oof, that dragged the average down, but that's okay. Again, so long as we're 80 and above, the crowd is happy. So long as we're 50 and above, we keep our sponsors. We got 3 more matches coming your way, starting with this tag team contest where the GWA heavyweight champion of the world, Mitsuharu Misawa, is going to be teaming up with Jushin Thunder Liger to face the combination representing the faction The Standard, represented here by Speedball Mike Bailey, who you're going to see soon on your Impact Wrestling television programs, and the leader of The Standard, Bret the Hitman Hart. So Bret Hart and Speedball Mike Bailey against Jushin Liger and Mitsuharu Misawa. To my knowledge, Bret Hart and Misawa haven't shared a ring since the 1990 New Japan All Japan WWF Wrestling Summit in the Tokyo Dome. Okay, let's save this one more time and get down to the ring for this tag team contest. This isn't technically action in our tag team division. I just wanted to give our champs something to do since they weren't defending the belt on this show. But we shall see. Oh, Jushin Liger going Black Liger for this one. Expect an extra vicious streak out of the junior heavyweight legend. Starting things off with Speedball Mike Bailey out of the independent wrestling territories of Canada. As we mentioned in the pre-match, currently signed in the really real world to Impact Wrestling. Can't wait to see them debut at a more national and international stage. Known for their lightning fast martial arts kicks. A lot of very interesting martial art based counters and rapid fire kicks to the midsection. The hallmark of Speedball Mike Bailey, much like the hallmark of a Mitsuharu Misawa, is holding championship gold like he does currently as your GWA World Champion. And as everyone knows, Misawa's elbow is God. Bailey had enough of the champ for the moment, tagging in his stable leader and coach, Bret the Hitman Hart. As we said, locking it up with Misawa for perhaps the first time since the 1990 Wrestling Summit. Look it up, kids. Happened in front of 60-some thousand strong, much like we have about 60,000 in the arena for this Gnarly Wrestling Aisle presentation. As the Hitman backs the champion into the corner, but only for a nanosecond. As the wily Bullfrog is able to escape and tag in Jushin Thunder Liger. Another man I wouldn't mind seeing across the ring from an in their prime Bret the Hitman Hart, but who wouldn't you want to see wrestle Bret Hart in his prime?
5 minutes gone.
Shooting star at the 5-minute mark. Bailey not even concerned, just waiting on the apron for Hart to kick out at 1. A lot of confidence being shown there by Speedball. Rightly so in that case. Hart able to escape to his corner. Gets Speedball tagged up. Back into the matchup now. We talked about those rapid fire kicks. Back and forth they go, left and right. Alternating. Oh, and then back to the midsection. Liger had enough of the rapid fire offense of Speedball and gets the world champion back involved. And he begins throwing elbows as only he can. Backing Bailey up to the ropes. Oh my gosh, twisting German with release. And then that vicious elbow strike combination finishing with one to the back of the head. Oh, that assisted stunner. Shades of late Noah era Misawa. And Bailey's had enough of the champ just throwing bows. Big slam by your World Heavyweight Champion. Mitsuhara Misawa hitting those elbows in combination. And then backs to his own corner, voluntarily tags in Liger. Brett with a minor bit of revenge there. But that powerbomb counter amounting to a nil count. Oh, nice Enziguri by Liger at the 10-minute mark. Bret Hart and Black Liger tete-a-tete. Oh, big pile driver to Liger. Bret drags him away from the ropes. A couple of quick punches puts Liger back down. Bret pulls him into a DDT. And now both men freshening up here. Oh, man! Misawa able to thwart the efforts of Bayley and Bret Hart there. I believe they were going for a heart attack. And once again, Speedball Mike Bayley finds himself opposite the ring of the current GWA Heavyweight Champion of the world, Mitsuhara Misawa. Now, Speedball himself is a former Junior Heavyweight Champion, but he won the belt and then lost it in his first defense. So, amongst the shortest title reigns in the history of the promotion. Certainly doing well for himself here, though. Oh, poison run on a Liger! Bayley retreats to his corner. Trying to take Bret in and get... I think he tried to grab Liger after making the tag. I would have headlocked Liger and dragged him across the ring first, but that is the overexuberance of youth, I would say. Nice headbutt there from Bret Hart. Second jumping headbutt. I believe he's trying to split Misawa open with those. Oh gosh. And as a receipt, he gets those rapid-fire elbows once again. Oh, European uppercut versus elbow. Let's see which one wins. Oh, my God. Oh, jeepers. Oh, the drop kick from Bret Hart out of nowhere. I'll call it a victory for Bret there. Kind of a stalemate as both gentlemen were down and up at around the same time there. Misawa freshening things up for his team. Into the assisted Emerald Frozen. Now Liger powerbombing Hart. Hooks the leg deep. Bayley didn't even enter the ring until after the 1 count. Still manages to break it up at 2. Bret now trying to gain the advantage. Trying to set things right. Get back to business here. Hang on. Liger bomb. 1, 2. Bayley breaks it up again. Speedball saving the matchup and then hitting an acai DDT on Misawa. Oh, double noggin knocker. Liger taking advantage with a huge power bomb. Oh, running combo kick to the back of the head of Bayley. Unaware that Misawa's tagged in. Now he knows. Back and forth with those kicks by Speedball. Almost gets his head punted off. Oh my gosh, in more ways than one. Thanks to Misawa. Sends him off the ropes. Flipping drop kick by the GWA champion. Hang on, buzzsaw kick to the side of the head. Hooks the leg deep. 2. Misawa escapes. Pile driver to Liger. Acai DDT to Speedball. Misawa stealing the move. 1-winged angel. What the crap? Kicks it 2 thanks to Liger's help. Shades of the current Hall of Fame champion Kenny Omega, who we are going to see in our main event later tonight.
20 minutes gone.
As we pass the 20-minute mark in this tag match. Oh, big spine buster by Bret. Wrong opponent, though. And he gets dropped with a brainbuster by Liger. This could do it. He pulls away from the ropes. 1, 2. No, Bret escapes. Big inverted atomic drop. Hitman telling Liger to bring it on. Bret going up. Didn't have enough time to set himself up there on Bret's rope. Nice running clothesline into the corner. Right in the wrong part of town here. Big elbow drop off the top by Liger. Brett is very, very deep into enemy territory here. Another elbow drop off the top. Snaps him over with a head scissor. Tags in Misawa, but Brett's up. Famous Owens, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day or evening, depending on what time it is wherever you is. Thanks for joining us for the last bit of the GWA activity for the evening. 2 more singles contests to follow this action, as all 4 combatants have spilled out to the floor. Bret Hart and Speedball Mike Bailey representing the Standard. Mitsuharu Misawa, the reigning GWA heavyweight champion, teaming here with Jushin Thunder Liger, who just tombstone Speedball on the floor. And now a powerbomb to Bret. Liger bomb at that. Bailey thinks he's doing the wise thing by returning to the ring. All he's done is abandon his partner Bret Hart outside the ring, where there are no countouts or disqualifications, and he is at the mercy of both of his opponents. So far holding his own. Oh, things should settle down shortly here, as Misawa and Speedball both return to the ring, and we can get settled back into this legal tag team contest. Misawa tags. Speedball Bailey does likewise. Liger and Hart legal. Big pile driver incoming. Bret climbs to the top. Drops the elbow to the small of the back. Dragging Liger away from the ropes. Pulls him into a Boston Crab, and that could do it.
Give up.
Speedball playing D, and that does it. Liger taps to the Boston Crab, while Speedball Mike Bailey keeps Misawa at bay. This version of Bret doesn't go for the sharpshooter, like hardly. I don't think I've ever seen him try it. 94. I mean, he's still putting on banger matchups. Whatcha? But I don't think he's ever tried for the sharpshooter. Okay, coming up next in our semi-main event, we got a big, like a big rivalry. Like, we're blowing off a feud. The third and deciding singles contest between Stone Cold Steve Austin and the leader of the Doldrums, Raven. They are 1-1 against each other in their first matchup. Raven scoring that surprise victory clean against Stone Cold Steve Austin. No outside interference, no weaponry, nothing of the sort. Outlasted, out-wrestled, and won against Steve Austin in their initial contest. When Steve Austin eventually earned a second singles contest against Raven, he beat the tar out of him for about 10-15 minutes on the floor, working over his chest and rib cage with a steel chair before eventually putting him away in the center of the ring with his new submission finish, the Austin Crab. So this, the third and decisive singles matchup in their feud, only came about because Steve Austin is 1/3 of your reigning Trios champions, which means he won the Trios Tournament of Terror, which means he split the prize money of $666,000 with his teammates, which means he is 1/3 of the Trios champions, and it also means he was granted a title shot against any belt he qualified for in the coming calendar year, and he is putting that title opportunity on the line here tonight to get this singles contest with Raven. So Steve Austin wins, the feud is over, and he retains his title shot. Steve Austin loses, the feud is over, and Raven gets that future title shot. We've already seen one unsuccessful title opportunity in last month's show, like earlier in the broadcast, where Elia Draganov was unsuccessful at becoming the new, or sorry, he was successful. We saw a successful cash-in, where Elia Draganov became the junior heavyweight champion. So you can take advantage of the opportunities when they are presented to you. We are going to see the second of 3 title opportunities cashed in your main event when William Regal, as you see there, faces Kenny Omega for the Hall of Fame championship. But as we said, that third title opportunity, pretend it's in the briefcase if that helps you visualize it, is on the line in this third and decisive singles contest between Stone Cold and Raven. No seconds at ringside, no outside interference, just the standard GWA rules, and we are underway, so says Mr. Bigfoot. No DQ or count out outside the ring. A generous 5 count for disqualifications inside the ring. Pinfall or submission within the confines of the GWA ring are the only ways this match ends. 3 count or tap out. The rubber match, to borrow a phrase, between Raven and Stone Cold Steve Austin. 1-1. With it all on the line. Raven looking to earn his first opportunity at any title here in the GWA. Steve Austin looking to maintain his already earned title shot and perhaps find himself at the top of the heap should he challenge and successfully beat Mitsuharu Misawa. Rattlesnake loves to brawl with you and will talk you through it. We'll tell you exactly what he'll do to you, and then he'll proceed to do it with a bionic redneck. Raven, the leader of the Doldrums, the first faction formed in this iteration of the GWA, with stablemates Drew McIntyre, Yuji Hino, and Rey Fenix. Yuji Hino and Rey Fenix being your reigning GWA Tag Team Champions. Oh, the stun gun! Haven't seen that out of Austin in ages! That move was absolutely stunning from Steve Austin. Both of these combatants, fairly brawling style, though as you see Raven, more the proclivity to be using weaponry, though Austin certainly isn't shy about using them as well. Whatever he can get his hands on, basically. This is not going to be a wrestling match. This is going to be a fight. For all intents and purposes, the winner of this contest is essentially the #1 contender to the World Championship, assuming that's the title you want to cash your opportunity in on. Austin has already earned that right, looking to defend it here against Raven with that vicious clothesline. Gonna go a long way to helping that happen for Austin. As you can see, he's certainly not shy about showing his opinion. Oh, Raven there perhaps looking for an ankle lock variation. Austin kicks him off. All of this being contested under the watchful eye of the creature on feature, Mr. Bigfoot, the senior official here in the GWA. Austin missing wildly with that steel chair he pulled out of nowhere. Doesn't have a very high success rate with that particular chair shot that he attempts every once in a while. Jaw-jacking with the crowd as always is Stone Cold. One of the trademarks of the Rattlesnake. Interacting with the crowd like that keeps his energy high, riles him up, helps him fight. Now we see the ankle lock from Raven. But Austin quick to kick him away. Oh, missing with the big clothesline in the corner. Austin's got something going. Oh, pinpoint elbow drop into the sternum of Raven, I believe. As we pass 10 minutes in this semi-main event. Austin's championship opportunity on the line in this third and final singles contest between Raven and Stone Cold. Stunner! Austin with the stunner, and he's jaw-jacking with the crowd instead of going for the pin. Pulls him back to his feet. That could come back to bite him in the behind later. That could cost him severely. Unless Austin is so confident in his abilities. Hang on, big pile driver. Raven fully aware of the history of neck problems with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin real proud of himself so far. Even flow by Raven! Drags him away from the ropes! Into the pin! 1, 2! Austin escapes! Raven not making the same mistake Stone Cold did and immediately going for a pin. However, the rattlesnake was too much for him and he still kicked it too. Sends Austin off the ropes. Big shoulder tackle from Raven. Gets reversed into the corner. Oh, leg sweep, Russian leg sweep. I think the back of Raven's head hit the turnbuckle accidentally instead of Austin's. Poorly aimed there by Raven. Sending Austin off the ropes. Big falling clothesline. Raven's gonna, he's gonna take some time here to catch his breath. Austin again positioning him in the corner and telling him what he thinks about it. Oh, inverted DDT from Raven. Stunner! Into the cover this time, but too close to the ropes. Raven grabs the bottom rope and negates the pinfall attempt. Oh, stunner again! What? Telling Raven all about it. Now Austin's stomping a mud hole. And if you ask politely, he might just walk it dry. But that's 2 stunners so far. And Austin hasn't gone for a cover yet. Oh. Clubbing blows there from Stone Cold. You can see what it's taken out of Raven. Wasting time posing, in my opinion. But he's got plenty of time until Stone Cold stands again. Oh! Flattened with a clothesline. Austin off the ropes. Wailing away at the face of Raven. Back and forth, they're gonna slug it out in the ring. Discus lariat from Raven seals the deal. Oh! Maybe low there, ref. Bit of a low blow from Stone Cold. Doesn't give an F. Ran out of them in 1996. $1 Million Dream! And that's it! Austin wins! Keeps his title shot and wins the feud with Raven with the $1 Million Dream. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. 20-minute match, 96%. All right. That was some good stuff. Very happy with that. Cobra Clutch, they call it, but we know that's the $1 Million Dream. Don't kid yourself. All right, it all comes down to this. Ooh, we're a little late tonight. It all comes down to this. It is time for the main event. The Hall of Fame Championship contest between champion Kenny Omega and challenger William Regal. Now, as we said, William Regal was 1/3 of the winning Trios team in last week's Trios Tournament of Terror, and therefore earned themselves a championship opportunity at any title they qualified for. They elected to almost immediately cash that in for the Hall of Fame Championship and Kenny Omega. Let's get down to the ring for this main event. This Hall of Fame Championship contest. Thanks once again for the woo, Rocco. Thanks for hanging with me, bud. One more match to go, and we're going to see what our buddies were up to in the promotions we sent them to, and then we'll get our end-of-year report. Or perhaps we'll get the end-of-year report first. And then I have a whole week to figure out what to do for January and February of year 6. Yeah. Hang on! Poison Rana by Omega! Oh, looking to dull William Regal's senses early with that Poison Rana. The reversed Frankenstein to the back of the head. You do not want to give up back control to Kenny Omega. All of his most potent offense comes from that position, be it that Poison Rana, the Snapdragon, oh frig, I can't remember. It's not the Kataro Crusher, that's his running thing. Oh, Kreutz Wrath, and of course the One-Winged Angel, which we saw earlier, not quite expertly applied by Speedball Mike Bailey. No one does it like Kenny Omega. The move he used to pin The Undertaker for the Hall of Fame Championship belt that he is currently defending in this contest. Let me just put that out there. The Undertaker, who just this evening decimated CM Punk in under 10 minutes. Kenny Omega is the only guy to pin The Undertaker on the GWA roster in well over a calendar year. In fact, probably his only second loss of any sort in a GWA ring. He was pinned once in Mexico when we were feuding with AAA, but we don't like to talk about that. And then Keith Lee pinned him in a tag match once. Nice Asai moonsault! Lion salt styles almost out of the corner. But William Regal able to recover and hit that exploder. A lot of action packed into the opening 5 minutes of this contest. Most of it on the side of the champion, Kenny Omega, looking to quickly wear down his challenger. Knows he has the age advantage. Knows he is the younger of the two competitors. And he hits the One-Winged Angel! 1, 2, no! Regal kicks out! Poison Rana again! It's still all Kenny Omega here. Missile dropkick to the back of the head. V-trigger! V-trigger! He's waiting for him to stand for a third. His record, oh my God, catches up an exploder! What a counter by Regal! Just a one. I was about to say that Kenny Omega's record for consecutive V-triggers after that Poison Rana came in the A1 Climax on July 1st of this year when he faced Abdullah the Butcher in round-robin tournament action and hit 12 V-triggers in a row before putting Abdullah the Butcher away. In fact, it was his performance in the A1 Climax that first got him the attention of the GWA officials and earned him his contract here. Telling Regal that he is just about had it. Regal fighting back. You're gonna have to knock William Regal out before he'll stop fighting. Kenny Omega looking to do just that with all these shots to the head. In this, your main event for the Hall of Fame Championship. Hang on. Oh, Tiger Bomb by Regal. Off the ropes he comes. Knee trembler. Into the cover. 1, 2. No, Kenny Omega escapes. It is running knee strike versus running knee strike. V-trigger versus knee trembler. Oh my gosh, but the Poison Ranas may have it. Kenny Omega repeatedly dropping Regal on the back of his dome. Nice suplex there from Regal, trying to buy himself some time. Working Kenny Omega into the center of the ring. Regalplex! 1, 2, no! Kenny rolls a shoulder. Somehow Kenny escapes. Sets Regal up on the top. Regal counters. Drops the knee across the throat. Kenny's up, but he's dazed. Oh no, Snapdragon! Kenny up top. My gosh, the recovery time of this athlete. 1 in a million. Another line salt out of the corner after that missile drop kick off the top. I don't think Kenny Omega thinks in single movements. I think he thinks in sequences and combinations as he gets folded over that half and half by Regal. Regal overpowering Kenny Omega with that clothesline. Takes his time to catch his breath. Trying to reset at the 13-minute mark of this championship contest. The GWA Hall of Fame Championship on the line. A reminder that just last month, in a tag team match, William Regal pinned Kenny Omega with that Regalplex. As you see him force him to the canvas there with that release German. Backdrop driver by Regal. He's got the champion reeling here. Half and half, full of over once again. Drags him away from the ropes. Kenny Omega back to his feet. Gets sent in the opposite corner. Oh, spinning STO from Omega. Setting up for back control. Poison Rana. Off the ropes. V-trigger. Looking for a second. V-trigger. Signaling the... Oh, no. Thought he might be going for a third. Oh, he is. Sliding variety V-trigger. But Regal's up. Kenny Omega quickly sends him to the floor. What are you doing? Over the top. But Regal takes advantage. Regal the first to recover. I don't know if Kenny got all of that. Oh, gosh, he got all of that. Poison Rana, V-trigger. What a combination. What a fight this is. It's what the Hall of Fame Championship means to both of these athletes. And it's only the secondary singles heavyweight title here in the GWA. Regoplex! 1, 2, 3! We've got a new Hall of Fame champion! William Regal! And the current Trios champions go 2 for 2, cashing in their title opportunities.
I'm no hero. I put my bra on one boob at a time like everyone else.
There you go. And of course it was a 5-star classic in your main event. We've got a new Hall of Fame champion. And Steve Austin retained his title shot. Perhaps we're going to see Steve Austin Masawa sometime in the new year. Blam! What a match. Okay, so the 59,500 people had a pretty good time. Card rating 93 out of 100. Let's see how we did financially. Yeah, Regal wins the new Hall of Fame champion, or becomes the new Hall of Fame champion. We did pretty good. Ready to book a bigger venue. There literally isn't a bigger venue in the game. Okay, what else? Carmella is the new WWE Junior Champion. Congratulations, Carmella. That's the only title change. And we made over $1 million. You darn tootin' we did. Heck yeah. And pardon me there. All right, so Noah is doing a singles tournament this month. That's the only tournament of a record. Oh, Ogie Oglethorpe, nice to see you. You're just in time for, unfortunately, the end of the stream, but we're taking a look at our annual results. Here we are. Let's see, we made 18, we spent 10. Overall, we made about 8 this year. And we're sitting at 21 overall, almost 22. Love to see it. Whoa, the number 3 promotion in the world. We've overtaken our friends AEW. Whoa, we started at the very bottom, now we here. We were number 4 last year. We overtook AEW just like this. We're closing in on New Japan and WWE. Let's take a look at the details. Okay, so let's take a look. Overall, we are number 3. Best gym in the world, check. Number 7 in assets. I don't know what that exactly means. Number 5 in title belts. Oh, we went down. We actually have less title belts. We were number 1. We had the best wrestlers in the world. Getting there. We did a pretty good bump in popularity there too. Nice. All right, let's see the... I'm sorry, that's very much Japanese. Let's back up. Let's do confirm, and that'll give us our charts. There we go. Asset transition. Oh, that's just money overall. That's what that means. Okay, so assets just means like money in the bank, pun intended. Okay, so that's just how much that is. We're going to stay on the GWA track just because we can see we're going to be the red line every time. So our title belt situation, the first couple of years, as you see the first 2 dots there, dead last. And then we started giving up some traction up to number 3, it looks like, last year. And then our titles went down to 5, probably because we have less of them. But who knows? And then our ranking, we started dead last. We were actually 17th, but 2 promotions folded. So yeah, so year 2 we went up a couple, and then we made a huge jump year 3, and we've sort of been cresting, still upwards, but we've been slowed down, but still cresting upwards. And we were now the third most popular, or the third most popular in the world. Sorry, third best, second most popular. Wow, look at that jump. Our third year was something special, I guess, from what I can see. Yeah, same with this. Huge leap years 1 to 2 in terms of wrestlers, and then another big leap 3 to 4, and then 4 to 5, and then, you know, that's 1 to 2. Yeah, big one 1 to 2, big one 2 to 3, and then 3 to 4 and 4 to 5. Kind of plateaued, but it's because we're already at the top, so why bother? And our gym, we've stayed on top of having the best developmental facilities anywhere in the world. Excellent. So we are the third best. We went up 1. We're growing slowly but surely. Let's keep up the momentum. Ready to go back to work? Aye, aye. Whew. January of year 6. Now, we're not going to book anything. We're just going to take a look at, yeah, Happy New Year. Their promotion ended the year ranked at 3rd place. Let's set ourselves even higher than last year. Like, there's only a couple more spots we can fill. Yay, Ray Fenix is back, which means we can start defending the GWA tag team titles again. Jesse, I don't know who that might be, but they're from America, so they're probably an NXT talent. Lashley has quit the WWE. Please decide this. Oh, okay. I have to pick the new ring sponsors. Let's see. A mid-sized music publisher that is on the upswing. They sign mainly self-published digital artists, which gives us a DVD Blu-ray cut by 10%. But Becky Lynch has to be signed to the promotion. Ooh, a new main sponsor, huh? So we can't fire Becky. No problem, we didn't intend to. So we have a new, this is going to go in the middle of our ring. Spice Records, welcome aboard. All right, we still have these two running for another year. Not a lot of scratch, but let's take a look at what our best offers are, starting with you. There is no downside or conditions. I just get $20,000 a month. So Kenko D Gozai, welcome aboard. So wait, that's one of the sides. That's the turnbuckle. Those might change though, because they might get better slots because they're in different positions. Let's go with this Japanese banana. And we got one more. What's this one? Average. Okay, so 50 or more. We already have that as a condition. So let's just underwear. Oh, some underwear company. You got it. We're branching out. We got some 148 grand from the sponsors, 500 from the TV. That's $648,000 every month just for putting on a show. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. All right, so we've checked everything that we need to check. Oh, we have not actually, not even a little bit. Let's first check the promotional stats, and I just need a tab over here. First, we sent Kabashi to AEW. Let's see what happened here. I didn't notice anybody being a new tag team champion in AEW, so... Oh, they got 30,000 people in the arena. That's pretty good. How did we do? I don't know, but they may have been... Oh, they won! They did have a tag team title match with, I guess, Nick Jackson and Shug D. Pineapple Pete to you Jericho fans. And it looks like Lindaman and Kobashi retained in a poopy main event. Okay, so that's what they did with Kabashi, and then we sent a couple people to Big Japan. We sent Brody and HBK to Big Japan, so let's see if they used either of those. Mr. Brody Lee beat Hollywood Hogan. That's awesome. I mean, it was a crap match, but Brody Lee kicking Hollywood Hogan's butt. And then they didn't use Shawn Michaels. Okay. Interesting. Man, I feel like Hogan's got a lot of sway in Big Japan. And then we sent Orton, Randy Orton to WWE so he could fit right in. Let's see what they did with him, if anything. Bobby Lashley beats Jackson Riker and then quits. He's like, that's it, I've peaked. It's never going to be better than this. You didn't use Randy Orton? Guys, he's crazy popular. All right. So half the guys we said they didn't even use. I'm just saving my my text file there real quick. I'm just going to do the raises, and then we'll get out of here. Regal needs a raise now that he's a champion. You got it, buddy. The Hall of Fame champion. Look at this. Look at this guy. Hang on 1 second. Let me back up. Look at this dude. 1/3 of the GWA Trios champions. 1/3 of the... Oh, I closed my text file. 1/3 of some other Trios team. And also the Hall of Fame champ. Okay, let's go ahead and change your salary. William Regal. Collecting belts. Okay, personal advice. Trust. KG wants more money. No problem. No need to be cagey about it. Muto. How you make... Oh my gosh. Compared to what other people are making, you're making nothing. Keith Lee wants more money. You got it. If I'm not booking them, I can at least try to keep them happy by keeping their pay high. Okay. There, you're almost making as much as Muto now. Does that make you happy? That's it? That's a surprisingly low number. Okay, I'm going to leave everything as is. I'm going to save it again. We got Fenix back, so I can put the tag belts on the line soon. We put some work in there. Wowzers. We finished another calendar year inside our wrestling promotion. Let me get my big dumb face front and center. So I can thank everybody for watching, no matter where when you happen to be, and wishing you all chill vibes and clear skies. Thank you very much to... Let me see if I can do this. Come on, show me my activity feed. Oh man, it's not showing me raids. Listen. Thank you very much to Reaper of Bacon for the raid. And come on. And Big Willyisms. There it is. Thank you very much for the raids tonight. It was wonderful. Let me start over I'm going to start this over. If you find it, hang on. I got to the clear, chill vibe and clear skies part. If you find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share it if you can spare it. And don't forget about your old pal, the Silent G, Rad Gnarly, who's saying so long for now. We are going to be back on the air tomorrow. That is Friday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. This is our 6-hour stream. This is our long boy of the week for the final Horde Night of the year in 7 Days to Die. And don't forget, every evening at 6 p.m. Eastern, from the 13th to the 24th, on our Discord server, we are presenting Have Yourself a Gnarly Little Christmas Too. You can go ahead and type !DC to get involved. That'll send you off to our Discord server. Or if you want an invite to the Discord server off air or off Twitch, you can check the link in the panels on the page here, or you can hit me up on my socials, on the YouTubes, on the Twiddly Boops, and in Instagram as well. It's all at Rad Gnarly 42, with the exception of YouTube, where you just search for my name and look for this gap tooth smile. All right, let's find ourselves somebody to raid. Spread that love. Oh, there we go. Let's go raid John Smith. Haven't done that in a while. All right, let's go say hi to the Pizza Posse on our way out. Thanks very much again for hanging out, everybody. Hopefully I see you tomorrow night. And if not, thanks for spending the time with me you did. Ta-ta for now.